we walk these streets with diamonds in our eyes. Out with the vampires under a midnight sky. My mind so hypnotized. It was exciting. It was the 90s. Mama didn't understand it, and Daddy always said that I was going too far. Said there's never any compromising if you try to win the battle to be who you are. I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there? Someone who can hear me and drink from the light, to see things from the same side. Is there anybody out there? 5 years later, I'm out with the same old faces and dead end places. Things kept going wrong. I'm getting to thinking my daddy was right all along. So will you take a little walk on the wild side? Be careful that you never slip your hands from the wheel. There's never any compromising when you're blinded by reflections from the part of you that's real. I dance to the left, I dance to the right, hold hands with my demons and creatures of night, on an undercover mission to find somebody else like me. Is there anybody out there? Is there anybody out there?
What's up, everybody? Friday. Special Friday coming at you here. And we shall see what today brings us, my friends, what today brings us. So let me get you. The show has already started on DSP's side because he has very intent on telling us how big this show will be. He has said it himself. This show is going to be nuts. And on Twitter, he also said something to a similar effect. He did say that, let me see here with my Twitter vision. He said, I promise you all that today, that the Level 1 podcast I broadcast today will be my best so far. And you do not want to miss it live, if you can help it. Join me at 11 a.m. PDT, and let's destroy all expectations. And listen to this. This is going to truly blow your mind. And this will be covered on all major news stations everywhere across the land. I even wrote notes. There is writing on this paper this time, so I don't forget anything. See you then, Copeside Phil. You show up right on time. He was all up night drinking, tweeting at 4:30 a.m. Copeside Phil, let's see what you had some fun last night too, didn't you? So first of all, I do have to play this first. I will get to the tweets and stuff. I'll make sure he's not live though, just to be sure. All right, no, fuck no. So let's get through this just so we get the full context here. So I'm sure you saw it by now, but let's just play it again to keep it fresh in our minds, because you know he's going to talk about this for probably 45 minutes, maybe an hour. So and he likes to mince words or sometimes change words, right, my friends? So let's get the words out of Keem's mouth. Right? Because remember, I know DSP is going to say Keem is putting his name in his mouth, but we're going to get the words out of Keem's mouth here and listen exactly what he says. So let's get this in our minds here. Let's go.
Darkside Phil, DSP. I owe you an apology. I do. Last night, I was just being a hater, and worse than that, I was being hypocritical. For those of you that don't know the context, we were watching a Review Tech USA exposed documentary last night. There was this section that came up between DSP and Review Tech USA, and my chat was spamming. DSP is king because he's having a redemption arc right now because of the casino. And I basically said something along the lines of, you guys can all have this little troll that he's king, but that guy's...
You guys can all have this little troll that he is king. I want to make sure we say that. You guys can all have this little troll that he is king. So Keemstar knows what's going on here. Let's go.
Still a loser, and he's going to remain a loser. He's always going to be on level 1, da-da-da-da-da-da. And this morning I woke up thinking about that, and I'm like, I am just being a fucking hater. I'm just being a hater. But more than that, I'm being hypocritical. What is Lolcow Live, right?
This is the funny part.
Redemption arc for Wings and Boogie. You know what I mean? So why am I hating on someone else having a redemption arc moment? That didn't sit right with me. So I owe you an apology, Darkside Phil. I may think in my head that you're not going to take advantage of this opportunity and you're going to end up right where you are. But I shouldn't hope that. I shouldn't put that energy out there, right?
Yes.
So, yeah, I know we have our differences and whatnot, but I was wrong to shit on you last night and shit on the moment that you're having, and I apologize.
Yeah, so just TLDR there. Keem made fun of him last night and is apologizing for that last night. Now, there's a very high chance, my friends, that Philip extrapolates from that. You could bet your sweet ass on that. But we're going to see. That was apologizing for what he said last night. Okay? That was the beginning and end of that. All right? Also on Twitter, like I was saying with Copeside Phil. So Philip said, what a day to have... Let's see. What a day we have in store for Friday. A loaded podcast featuring Keemstar, Mooderheart, and duty updates, plus my fully evolved streaming setup. Then it's more Black with Wukong and the return of Dalsim in Street Fighter 6. See you in the morning for the start of a long, fun week. Copeside Phil tweets this, as you do, which is the accurate response. And Philip, now owning the meme, says, I pulled so many, brother. So that's him like owning the meme, I guess. And then not satisfied just with that, the king was not satisfied. He quote tweets Scopeside Phil and says, "I just hope you appreciate how much I enjoy getting responses like that, because every pulled Hogan I get is just a big L to all those who have to shit on me in the last decade." And dumb people don't even get the joke. Well, when he said that, it made me think about other people that might not get the joke. So I want to show you that real quick. Some other people in the world might have heard that and not gotten the joke. So I do want to make sure they get it, okay? So if you don't mind, I'm going to play a clip real quick here. I do apologize for this one. Okay, real quick. I want to make sure everyone that needs to hear this hears it, because I want to make sure they all get the joke, okay? So here, I'm going to play this real quick. I apologize.
And I made a commitment to her that I was not going to play mobile games a ton anymore. I say every once in a while, maybe you'll see me pick up the phone and play it or whatever, but that'll be it.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, these are all words he said about this, by the way, okay? So talking to his wife here, this is words he said about his wife. I just want to make sure, let's sort of play it to the chorus. I'll stop then.
When I basically started dating my now wife.
Okay!
I basically said I want to focus on real life stuff.
I basically said I want to focus on spending time with this woman. I want to build a family. What? What happened here? Huh? I'll play it to the chorus. Let's make sure he's not live, though. Don't waste. Oh, he's not. Fuck that song. Let's go.
When I was addicted to it. I played it too much.
Double bass on Hogan. Listen to this.
Pick up the phone and call you whatever. It's gonna be a casual thing to kill time.
All right, I'll stop. I just want to make sure. I want to keep this frame up. So in case what we hear here today, just in case that's relevant, all right? I'm going to keep that frame up. If you never heard the song, here's the link in the chat here. I just want to keep this frame up, all right? That's good enough. We are live, and he is not live. So going through more tweets here. So he said again, so we're going to get updates today on Keemstar, Mudahar, and Dewie. I'm not sure what the Dewie updates could be. I just don't know. I don't know what he's talking about there. Mudahar is going to be about he quit Twitter. That should be a quick one, right? He left Twitter because he wasn't using it so much, and there's harassment thing or something. He said there's sometimes harassment. He's just, I don't want to use it anymore, and that's totally understandable. I'm not sure we've got to make a segment out of that, but yeah, I'm sure we'll find a way. Dewie thing is his new... Dewie showed his real ad revenue numbers. So, Dewie showed his actual ones? Like his actual ones to flex on Philip? And then, so that is, let me just bring up Dewey's, let's bring up Dewey's Twitter here. Okay, let's see. Let's run a to-do list. Cyrax, Mudahar. I don't see it. Where did he show it? Anyways, so if that, community tab. Gotcha. Thank you so much. YouTube Dewie streams. Want to give you the full context here, obviously.
Dumb bitch. What a dumb bitch.
Okay. I'm not seeing it. I don't see it. Anyway, Copeside Phil in the house says, in a video. Okay, on a video. in a video. Okay, well, anyways, if that's what he did, well, Philip's gonna tell us. All right, Philip's gonna tell us, so then we'll see that. And so then we're gonna see what that's about. And obviously the Keemstar thing we already talked about. I'm sure he's gonna spend the most time on. I would imagine he's gonna spend the most time on Keemstar, but I guess if he wants to take care of, if he wants to own duty, what is he gonna? How can you own duty? That sounds silly. How can you own duty? Is he gonna just what? I also make money. I make a lot of money too, dumb fuck. Is he gonna flex like that? Is that really the path we're going on? Jesus, hold on. The TV just spurred out. Turn off. Turn off. There we go. Sorry about that. But is it really just gonna... I mean, is that gonna be the play here? What else can you do? I guess that's the play, is flexing on the tips. I mean, how else can you do it? I mean, look how much I made in the last 3 days. But I mean, is that the smartest own? It's not gonna last forever. You know what I mean? But all right. Copeside Phil in the house is going to try and gaslight everyone and say he has a better views than Duty, but Duty proved he gets double the views Phil does. Yeah, it's not hard to prove. How is Phil going to prove that? If he's not showing his numbers on YouTube, then you can believe none of it. Oh, well, Duty makes that many views? Views are public information, right? And there's a website called Social Blade that tracks them very, very closely. And that's true for me as well. It tracks it extremely closely, and it says how many views you got. So what is he going to say? Is it going to be the debunk stream once again? Okay, guys, yeah, they get that many views, but I get 4 billion views. Oh,
all right, good morning, everyone.
All right, there we go. Fun starts now. Real quick, big ups, Mr. Extravagance. FYI, WB consecutive login streak is at 2,396 days. Hell yeah!
He was here already. A little
big
early.
ups, Mr. Extravagant.
Personally, I would like to start the podcast early, but this is a big one. This podcast may be one of my most watched in history overall. I don't think it's going to be like the most watched live. With the topics that I actually have to talk about today.
Because you have the normal amount of people watching you right now, so let's not get ahead of ourselves, Philly.
Tomorrow. So I figured I would just chat with you guys for like 5 minutes before we start. Get it built up a little bit more. See how many more live viewers will show up.
Get it built up.
I'm also sure that there's going to be people restreaming this. Pocket watchers, as they say.
Nah, there won't be.
And that, it is what it is.
Pocket watcher.
How's everyone today? Welcome.
I'm not pocket watching.
I'm back from break. I have a crazy day ahead of me. A crazy show. Right here on DSP Gaming, with so many topics to cover. We got to do a big update on the Keno Casino guys. Have they turned on me? Because they put up a video that's negative about me the other day. If you can believe it.
You saying that,
right?
It means
so
it's
have
not.
They turned on DSP? Also, we're going to talk about Mudahar and what happened earlier this week. And then all of a sudden,
yes, absolutely. Big ups,
he cancels on our collaboration. He deletes his Twitter account, and everyone's freaking out across the internet about it. So we'll talk about that. Also, you want to talk about big news? Are you ready for this? Keemstar, of all people, Daniel Keem, has apologized to me publicly.
About?
On his Twitter, which I don't know why he, if he was serious, he would put it somewhere else, but he puts it on his Twitter. But whatever.
Where else should he put it?
He always talks shit about me on his Twitter, too. Right?
Yeah. So why wouldn't you apologize in the same place?
Everyone wants to know my thoughts. Everyone.
No.
We'll be analyzing this deeply today. Deep, in-depth, heavy analysis.
Does. He thinks it is a part of his redemption.
And then, on top of all of that, we have Duty. A nice, big, fat duty that we need to address. All right? So we've got quite a lot of topics to talk about on the show. Also, I got to talk about this week's schedule. Is crazy.
The schedule.
It's a 7-day streaming week.
I love the schedule.
7 days. It's like when you get the call, you answer the phone. You're like, hello? Is this DSP streaming schedule? And the voice on the other end of the phone says, 7 days. And then it hangs up. Okay, that's pretty creepy. Hopefully that never happened to anyone. But yeah, I got 7 days of streaming here.
Oh, God, the plan jokes.
But this throws the entire schedule for a loop. And there's 2 different reasons why. number one, because of new releases, and this might affect my coverage of new releases, and number two, because my documentary's coming out soon, and I have an update on that too.
Oh, date? That will be
It's just
news.
like everything's going on at once. Like, I don't know how I'm going to handle everything. Quite honestly, like something's got to give. Like something's got to be missed. You know what I mean?
You're just
With everything
talking,
I'm doing
brother.
right now,
Not that big a deal.
I just don't foresee how possibly I could cover everything. I may have to delay or skip certain things at this point because, just between what I'm doing right now, I'm having a hard time. And
You're
now
talking
we have all
on the
this
internet,
other stuff
brother.
that's happening at the same time. It's like, holy shit, right?
Uh-huh. That's so tough. Is this where we're supposed to pity you or what?
Just turned the camera on already. The show hasn't begun. This is not part of the show. This is just me talking with you a couple minutes before the show starts because, obviously we want to get more people. The show's supposed to start at 11:15 and it's early, but I'm sitting here. I'm like, I'll just talk.
Yeah, because you have less than 300 people.
So just relax.
That's why you're waiting,
By the way,
I
if you
think.
take a look, I've changed the leaderboard per everyone's request. Number one, we now have a King's streak, meaning that's the number of straight streams that I have hit my support goals, 11. Obviously, today we're going for number 12 and 13, respectively.
Boys.
We'll see how that goes, but we'll track it on the leaderboard moving forward. And I've renamed it to King's Tips only because I was calling it the King's Tax last week, and people thought it was funny, except then it caused big confusion. We had some newcomers coming in, and they were like, oh, we want to help Phil hit his goals. And then they would do Super Chat. And I'd be like, oh, this is technically the tips goal. And they'd be so confused.
No, they wouldn't.
And that's on me, obviously. I have newcomers coming in. They're not going to understand that. Obviously, if I call it the King's Tips, it makes more sense.
It does.
Because now
Huge
it's
change.
tips. That's what we're tracking.
Hang on.
tips,
Get Kotaku
okay?
on this. Get Kotaku
So-
on this.
We'll see how today goes. I will be stopping, even though this is a loaded podcast. I will be stopping for shout-outs over the course of the show to people who contribute. And, it's gonna be a great one. I mean, holy crap. With the topics I'm talking about today alone.
You're
right?
telling us.
Locally, there's like almost no game news. There's like a tiny bit of game news. Like Black Myth Wukong sold like 10 million copies in like 3 days, which is great news for the game, obviously. But it's not like there's groundbreaking news we really need to be talking about today in gaming. So we can just go ahead and
Burps don't stop.
do all these other topics and make that the focus.
Oh, by the way, I put the reminder in the chat.
Jasper's trying to get into the closet.
This is a chill podcast. No drama here, guys. Be respectful of others. No drama or derailing.
Sad because there's
By the way, that is a pinned tweet from Philip's tweet in the year of 2024. Or no, late 2023. This pinned tweet is from. So
cluttered again. Not that it's like new shit. It's just messy. Like I really wish I could sort it, but I need time to do that. When the hell am I going to do that when I'm already ultra busy, right?
razzing.
I already
We'll see.
received a tip. The show hasn't even begun. I just received a $15 tip.
The show has begun. This is the show.
From
You're
someone who
choosing
wishes
to
to
do.
remain anonymous. They want to ask, do I have plans to play Sonic X Shadow Generations? Yes. He says, I've been loving your streams. Thank you. Yeah, I'm playing it for sure. I loved the original game way back in the day when it came out as a new release. In fact, that's how I got my Sonic hat that you've seen on streams and in
The
memes
dented
and the like.
one?
And I'm planning on playing this one too. I don't see why I wouldn't. This one has Shadow content, and I don't even know anything about Shadow the Hedgehog. I never played a Shadow the Hedgehog game. So this should be pretty interesting. All right, so let's get that up on the leaderboard here. Jasper got the closet open. I just hope he doesn't mess with my lighting because my new lighting box is in there. And if he starts messing with it, then I'm going to have to stop him. Can't have him messing with the lighting.
Oh yeah, guys. Today, so for this show, I gotta go. I got a card out as soon as this show's over. So
All
as soon
right.
as the show's over, we are also out. But I'll stay until this pre-stream ends for sure. But this is a special bonus stream for Friday. 'Cause this is a pretty hype one, so I didn't want to miss it.
All right, so we're going to get started in just a couple minutes. All right?
Yes.
Like 11:15 sharp, we're going to begin. We have 341 viewers and climbing. If you're here on the stream waiting it for it to start, please give the stream a like. That will help a ton with engagement. And prepare your butts. Long Live the King says, let's get 200 in tax before the stream even starts. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying, I don't believe that will
wild.
happen. That would be pretty insane.
You don't want to hype something up
But
too
we'll see how we
much,
do
but
today,
holy
right?
shit, man!
We'll keep the King streak
My
alive.
sister's not being abused.
You woke
I mean-
up ready? Well, that's a good thing, Double M.
There's one thing that can
That's a
kill
very
the
good
hype
thing.
of something is to overhype it before
sucks when
it
you wake up and you're all
starts. I mean,
tired
come
and-
on, man.
Feel like a truck hit you. You know, you had a rough night.
That's a freight train coming your way. Because Fats 12. Does this
I do
ain't the
have Jasper
pre-stream?
pixel art on my pixel.
This ain't the pre-stream. It's the pre-stream, bitch. Suffer,
Frank.
viewers.
I already
Yeah.
have 2 actually. I have one of just him and one of him and me posing together.
Oh my god, this is really hype. So was there a show happening today, or we just...
Wow.
just
I just received a $25 tip.
before the show
Let's
starts
go.
even?
That's all it says. Let's go. A $25 tip. Let's go. Well, we are going to go in just a moment, actually. Thank you so much for that.
365 viewers.
Anonymous $25 tip. We have, the day has just begun.
Later, Great White Hype. I don't blame you.
Thank you so much.
I'm interested in how he handles Keemstar.
Almost to the tier 1 goal, and I haven't even begun the show yet.
Told ya.
That's pretty cool. Well, Jasper has snuck into my closet now, and I hope that he's not going to do anything bad in there. Like I said, I have the light box to my current lighting system, my Elgato
You think?
lights in the
Yeah,
closet.
how about that? That's a good poll. Will he be...
I hope he doesn't chew on it, because if he does,
Give me
it's
a
pretty
good poll
expensive
idea
problem.
for Keemstar. Because, like, here's the problem. You know he's gonna fucking fence it, right? Like, he's gonna fence it. That's probably gonna be the answer. Like, if Keemstar wants to talk to me, then we can talk about it. But I want to have a poll. But what are you gonna do? Poll, like, positive, negative, or fence it? Everyone's gonna choose fence it, because that's the fucking answer, you know?
I love new animations. Listen, I like the Street
think,
Fighter ones I'm
but
using right now.
maybe I'm wrong.
But I would love any new animations, especially with all this crazy stuff going on right now. Anything pertaining to this, or
Oh, please make stuff for me. Hi.
I love it. I would love it.
So we should make it then, or? Yes, got here just in time for counting tips with Phil. This is the pre-stream. It's 380, Phil. You gonna start?
Hey, Jasper, what are you doing?
That's what he used to say, the tick. But I think this
peeking
new
out.
era
What you doing in there?
might change that.
Jasper, I got to start my show, so you got to behave. All right? You got to be a good kitty. He's creeping all through the closet. There's like no room in there either, so I don't even know where he's creeping.
So some people are saying that in his chat. Let me see if I... I'm not sure we're going to get that answer, John Doe. That's a good idea, but I'm not sure we're going to get that answer today.
All right.
Well, 393.
Are we ready to start?
Yep, 393. Close
All
enough.
right, I think it's time to start. Allow me to do the intro to my show, and we'll begin. Thanks, guys.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, look at this. Injured would like this one, the gems. What's that called? The amethyst, or whatever it is. What's this called? The amethyst. Ah, beautiful.
All right. Thank you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that.
Yeah, that was the Corey Feldman intro. Good point. The tick.
You ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the show.
Oh, there's the chip.
Wow, it's the beginning of a new streaming week, and ladies and gents,
Oh, the white looks bad.
I have
It looks like the
arguably
wall.
the biggest podcast ever for you today. You want to talk about loaded topics? Let's talk about loaded topics. We've got the possibility that Kino Casino has turned on me. They uploaded a pretty nasty video the other day.
Yep,
And,
typical detractor video, yeah.
People are asking questions. What the heck's going on with them? Well, we're going to talk about that today. In addition, I got major updates on my schedule and events going on this week. Plus, update on the Mudahar situation.
Which is
Because
a non-update.
after him canceling on us on Tuesday night for a game co-op, he deleted his Twitter account. What? What is going on, right? Now, you want to talk about most unlikely stuff, ladies and gentlemen. You ready for this? Keemstar, Daniel Keem, has publicly apologized to me.
About last night. Just want to make sure that's very clear to everyone out there.
We're going to be talking about this today. And finally, the final topic for today, we have to address Dewie. Yes, Dewie.
Why does he say it like
making
that?
an appearance
Is that like
here
the
on
joke,
today's
or-
show.
I don't get
Ladies
that.
and gentlemen, thank you for joining me this lovely Friday for an epic edition of the Level 1 Podcast.
I know, that's true. Good point. He put the white in without streaming it. It's kind of crazy. But this is a 100% drama podcast. We can say that. I'm live, right? Yeah, okay. I will not pause that much.
Alrighty, folks. Well, it's a lovely new week, isn't it? It's going to be an amazing one. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, the 23rd of August, 2024.
He always
Indeed,
does.
I am DSP, the King. And welcome to the Level 1 Podcast. What a show we have today. With so many topics to cover, we're going to have to, move quick and jump into it. I obviously want to play Black Myth Wukong today, which is what's on the schedule. Today, we're going to be doing Black Myth Wukong.
You better not go that long.
After the show ends. And then on my late stream later tonight at 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, it's going to be Street Fighter 6 Dalsin returning to ranked gameplay, which I'm excited for. I haven't used it now in a couple of weeks. After hitting Master on PC, I want to play more. So it's going to be a great gameplay day for those who are into the gaming, my core product. But obviously recently, with all the developments happening around me and the redemption arc that I'm having, I say that because, again, as you know, I really don't feel like I need to be redeemed.
But you continue to say you
eyes
are.
on me and a lot of people talking about me. And so my podcasts, I find myself gravitating away from just talking about my schedule and gameplay topics and more about things going on around the internet regarding me and other things.
Rip
So
schedule.
we're going to test the waters and see how it goes. If that's where, the show goes, then great. I'm excited to see if it works out. We're still going to be talking about gaming stuff, just that particularly today, I don't have many of those topics for you. Not much going on in the world of gaming news besides Black Myth Wukong has sold 10 million copies in 3 days, which is outstanding. I mean, wow. But outside of that, there's not much else going on. So it's not like I have a ton of things to discuss or anything like that outside of the topics I've already addressed. By the way, official first day with my new setup now completed. This is going to remain like this now for a bit.
The white
I will
looks
still
kinda
change
bad,
the background every month.
It's fine.
With art and stuff. But for the
I
most
think the
part,
blue look
what you
better.
see is what you're going to get. An awesome lighting system, a great backdrop that now shows off that lighting system in a huge way, a cool digital frame. It's just going to be really neat. All right, I'm excited for the future and what it holds. All right, so
everything but video games is correct.
I think we should get started because we have so many topics to discuss today.
Good shirt choice too.
And by the way,
Benihana's.
let's just start addressing the bottom of your screens. As you guys can see, I've once again updated my leaderboard system based on your feedback. The feedback that I got last week was that they liked the changes, but it's kind of confusing. What I mean by that is,
confused.
so number one,
Yeah, what's going on?
we had 11 straight
Big up,
streams
Scamping Dutchman.
where I have crushed my support goals here on DSP Gaming and, of course, on my React channels as well. That is absolutely amazing, and I just want to say thank you to everyone.
Listen,
who
it's
has
not
been
gonna
coming
last
by,
forever.
Watching, engaging, and supporting with my content. This is I'm not even kidding. It's basically almost doubled. If you take a look at things like views and engagement, they're sky high compared to what I used to get. And I really, really appreciate that. That is only going to help in the coming months as I play new games and new things are happening.
In the coming months? That means it's going to continue?
It's going to, again, if we can keep this going, this streak of hitting all of my goals every stream, seriously, this could be life-changing for me. This could actually allow me to do things that I've had to put off for years and years. This could allow me to have more time with my family, which I really like. So let's keep that momentum going. If you like the content I'm doing, please support it. Now, what I tried to do is fix this over here because there was big confusion last week. I had newcomers coming to the stream for the first time. Thanks to those who are newcomers coming and watching my content and enjoying it and giving me a shot. But they were confused because I was like, let's hit the goals. So they would come in and they would do a super chat.
Are
Or they would give memberships.
definitely not
I'd be
doubled.
like, thanks so very much. I really
Live
appreciate
viewership,
it.
maybe.
But then I wouldn't update the total. And they'd be like, what? What happened? Why didn't that count? Because this is a goal for tips, you see? Tips through PayPal. Now, I appreciate everything else. And by the way, super chats, memberships help this channel a lot. This month is the first month I've seen a huge increase in that kind of support, both here and on my React channel. And this is going to significantly help me in the long term if I can maintain that. that's going to be crazy.
If I
crazy
can
positive
maintain
for me,
that.
okay? But
Hey guys, if you keep giving me more money, it will help me. Actually, I don't know if you knew
the goals
that.
we're talking about are the tip goals here.
Uh-huh.
All right, so if you like my content and you want to see me crush the goals, please tip via PayPal. The link is in the description of the videos and or the stream, and I will shout you out. But I'll shout you out no matter what you do. It doesn't matter what contribution you put. If you prefer not to contribute via PayPal, you want to do a super chat, you want to do memberships, I get it, and that's totally fine.
Correct.
Thank you
DSP
so much to
Flag
everyone
Big
who's been
ups.
supporting me in any way, shape, or form. Okay? Thank you, thank you.
Nice
So
Justin
hopefully
Wong
now
poll.
this clarifies a little better and will not have as much confusion. All right? Also, one of the main changes that I have made is that now I do shout-outs live during this podcast. I used to do that, but I've decided to start doing it. And in fact, we start off today already with
Big ups to
$40 in
Messiah.
tips that I did before the show started. And now we have a $10 tip that just came in. The king demands your contributions. Let's go. From an anonymous tipper. So thank you, tipper, for the anonymous $10 tip. FYI.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, please.
We will have reward goals in place.
Oh.
But I would prefer if we kind of wait till the end of the show to have those reward goals in place, because I have a lot of topics to cover and everything. And, you know,
I don't want to look stupid for all the clip channels.
putting on gunner glasses when I'm talking to the camera is kind of weird, as opposed to me doing it during gameplay, which was the intention, and, you know, stuff like that. So I promise you, you will get your rewards like gunner glasses, or if you qualify for a hat or a vest. But we'll get it when the podcast ends. We'll do the polls. Okay?
I don't want to
Cool.
look
So
stupid
we
on
already
the
hit
internet
tier 1 tips goal.
until you
Let's
guys
try to
leave.
hit tier 2 as soon as we can. Let's go. Get those crushed, and let's try to get it to King Streak 12 as soon as possible. All right? And by the way, if you're here live on the stream,
I'm
we
no
currently
longer
have
asking.
over 500 people in climbing and 94 likes. Let's hit 100 likes right now. If you're here live, please hit like. Hell, you know what? There's enough people. Let's hit 150 likes right now. Everyone click like if you're having a good time, because now let's begin with the meat of the show. All right? So, we have an elephant in the room to discuss. Ladies and gentlemen,
Uh-huh.
our buddies over at Keno Casino, right?
Yeah, best
So,
buddies. Best
something
buddies.
happened yesterday. Well, 2 days ago, actually. I take that back.
There you go. Good pull,
Crap, that's
punish
not what
those
they were doing. All right,
Agna.
hold on, I'm going to find it. Something happened a day or two ago. And it actually happened during a live stream of mine. And it threw me for a loop because people were talking to me about it. And I was like, I don't know anything about it. Like, I actually have no idea what you're talking about. Right? So I'm
God.
confused. I'm like, I don't know what people are talking about. And so I looked into it after the fact, after my streams on,
Big up
hold on a
Sarashi.
second.
Legend.
You're gonna hear, okay, good. It didn't autoplay. I have to autoplay and then everybody. Where is this video? Here it is. Okay, hold on. You might hear audio for a second. They didn't. Okay, so I fixed it.
That's
All
not
right,
happening,
so,
Jasper. Never.
Yeah, so basically, you may have heard that the guys at Keno Casino uploaded a clip of them basically belting me, insulting me to their clips channel while I was streaming on Wednesday.
Big ups DSP Flag it.
And you might be like, well, that's kind of weird, because aren't you guys kind of like friends now? Like, you've been on their show. They seem to like you. Then you did a whole co-op react event to the Rich
Felting me.
documentary.
They felt me.
If you don't know what I'm talking about, this
They
is what I
felt
mean
me.
right here. Okay? Let me go ahead and just do it full screen.
So super quick, what he's going to show here is that before they were buddy-buddy with Philip, they made a typical detractor video watching old shit, making fun of Phil like everyone else on the internet did before this nonsense started, and their fans flipped out, and then they said, this is an old clip, we still love Phil. That's what it's called in the video. So, but yes, just because time passed, all the horrible shit they said about himself and his wife, that doesn't matter because now we're friends.
Hold on.
Cool? Makes sense?
There we go. Oh, Jesus. Don't look at that. Okay. So, this is what I mean. This was the video that was uploaded during Wednesday's broadcast when I was broadcasting, okay? And people started mentioning it to me in my chat, and I was like, I have no clue what you guys are talking about.
Yeah.
All right, I'm busy
I also, when
broadcasting.
people call
I don't
my
wanna
wife
hear
fat and call me
right?
a retard,
So,
just
after the
just
fact,
calling me the king makes me like them suddenly. You're right, Dank Tank.
I looked into it.
Definitely.
All right?
People can
And
change.
This is what they uploaded on Wednesday on their Keno Casino Clips channel. So, basically, I finished my broadcast or whatever, and you know, I looked into it and I was like, oh, it's this clip. All right, now I already know about this clip. For the record, this is a clip that was taken off of a show of theirs from like last month, like the middle of last month. This was long before we had ever had any kind of a discussion together. This is obviously before I appeared on their show, before they had publicly apologized, you know, for you know, felting me, all that stuff.
Stop felting me.
Thank you for re-upping your
You
membership.
might
I
wonder,
appreciate that.
why did this clip hit their channel all of a sudden?
They wanted to make money on it?
In the middle of like late August here, if we're supposed to be cool. Like, why would they have had a razzing clip or a clip that kind of insults me on their channel? Truth is, you know, I didn't know what was going on. I'm like, I don't really care. I already was aware of this, and things have already happened after this clip, right? That are way more positive. So why would I care, right? So I just let it go. And
that's what I think.
all of a sudden, it's like late night, Wednesday night, okay?
I'm drunk as shit on gin.
Andy basically sends me like panicked messages. And he goes, Phil, bro, I just want to let you know, there's a clip that was released on our Clips channel today. And, you know, this is from an old show. This is from mid-July. This is not from anything current or anything we just did. But obviously having the clip released now kind of makes it look like it is new, even though it's really not. This is from like an archive show. And basically what happens is our clips editor edits clips from our old shows for filler content. You know, they didn't stream too many times this week so far. I think they only streamed once or twice. So they didn't have much new content coming out on their clips channel. So what happens is their clips editor goes back and finds clips from their old shows.
Funny stuff.
And uploads it to their clips channel as kind of filler content in between. So they always have something new in the pipeline.
This is correct.
He says, yeah, this is something that we already had in the pipeline. And, you know, we didn't even think that this, you know, would have come out like this. And that people would like basically be like thinking that this is something that's right now. But I guess that's what's happened.
Ashton incorrectly thought that his fans would understand what's going on, but they didn't. So he had to do this.
She goes, I just want you to know, I'm so sorry. We didn't mean to make it be like an insult to you, and we've taken down the clip.
Oh, did they?
And I was like, I read it, and I went back to Andy. I was like, dude, relax, it's fine.
I'm cool with you shitting on me.
This doesn't bother me in the least. I already knew you guys had made these kind of comments about me before, and these clips. You're not the first. You're not the last.
They did not take it down.
Since then, things have changed. Has it not? We've met each other. We've talked. We've hung out.
You can still hear them.
We've had a good time together. And you guys have publicly apologized.
The clip is right there.
Behavior, so why
the clip
would I
is not
care?
down.
Right?
So,
like, why is this such a big deal? But I guess Andy was afraid because, you know what it is? It's my haters. My stupid detractors, right? They got to spin everything in this really toxic way.
No, it was their own fans.
Oh, you see? This was actually the plan all along. These guys were planning to snake Phil by putting out these clips. It was all a plan, a sinister, evil plot by Kino Casino, right?
It's a 43-minute clip.
Is, if you could see the difference in attitude, they actually went out of their way to actually contact me and apologize that this went out, and then they removed the clip. I didn't say
they did not remove the clip.
They just did it because they felt like it was the right thing to do. And I went back to them and said,
the clip is still there. If someone has an SOK account, can we say that? The clip is there.
That's the path. The past is the past. Things are very different right now.
It's still there.
Put the clip back up. So they did. You know, with my blessing. And I even put a comment on the video. You know,
what are we talking
making
about?
Fun of everything. I just think it's so silly that my detractors are so dumb that they have
right
to
here.
turn everything into drama when it's not.
Okay,
it's
would you like to watch it?
Cares,
I couldn't.
Right?
So we're just saying falsities right now.
That is true. They themselves put a big pinned comment on that video. Wow.
They did do that.
We're 141 likes, by the way, guys. I said let's get 150. We're at 141. Let's get those 9 more likes, all right?
Yeah, okay, good. Big ups.
They
big
themselves
ups.
put a comment on the video saying, this is old. This is not representative of today. Just relax. We're all cool. But, of course, people still got to make a mountain out of a molehill, right? So, anyway, no, the Kino Casino guys have not snaked me. They've not turned on me. In fact, it's quite the opposite because I have some very fun, positive, interesting things to announce right now.
Okay, here we go.
So, prepare your butts, all right? This is going to be a cool
How many times can I prepare my butt?
But in the meantime, thank you to Perry the White. Perry the White has gifted 10 memberships to the community. Hope you guys enjoy those. And Balloon Kid just did a super chat. He says they fear King Phil's wrath. They need to bow.
Yes.
It's not like that.
Yes.
Again, it's not like that.
Fill the coffers. Don't bow.
As I said, at all. It's all fine. I gave them permission to do it. I don't care. You know, they were afraid that it was going to hurt my feelings, so they removed it of their own accord. They didn't need to do that.
They did not
We're all
remove
good.
it.
All right,
I
everything's
cannot.
fine.
I don't know what else to say.
All right?
It's not
So let's
removed.
talk about what's going to happen now with the guys at Kino Casino, and then we're going to talk about what happened the other day when our collab got canceled. So as you know, our collab got canceled the other day. We were going to do Chain Together gameplay with Mudahar, and a lot of people were very disappointed. Me included, right? I'm so sad because I wanted to do it, and it was going to work out, and it was going to be fun, and then all of a sudden Mudahar canceled. It threw the whole thing into disarray, so I ended up just playing more Black with Wukong. Well, we have rescheduled. All right? We have rescheduled. The show, the co-op, will now take place.
Oh, he's just reading it right now.
This coming Saturday night on the time of my late stream. So normally my late stream would be 6:45
We'll be
p.m.
restreaming it with Atlas.
Specific
Saturday
gameplay
night,
starting
boys.
between 7 and 7:15. My late stream will be Chain Together co-op with Ashton and Andy from Kino Casino. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to broadcast each other's perspectives. I'll be broadcasting my perspective here. They'll be broadcasting their perspective on their channel over on Kick.
No Mudahar,
So if you want to see both perspectives, it should be fun to jump back and forth between the two streams, right?
Yeah.
That'll be cool. I don't think I've ever... I've done streams like that with Street Fighter and stuff, but to do a different game would be pretty neat. And by the way, this game, if you've ever seen this game, if you ever saw the game Getting Over It from back in the day, it's like that game, only it's full 3D and it's zany graphics and controls. It runs, crazy on my PC. I already tried it out, and it's very silly. So I think it's going to be a good late night stream. Okay. Now to clear the air, it's just going to be me and the guys from Kino Casino. We're not going to try to wedge in a fourth at this point. The thing is, we want to give you this gameplay because we already promised it.
What?
And then with someone canceling, it kind of threw it into disarray. It doesn't make sense to keep trying to say we're going to do it with a guest, and then something happens and it gets canceled.
In other words, you can't find
Saturday
a third
night,
person.
It's just the three of us. All right.
Okay,
I hope you guys
got
are okay with that. And that's tomorrow. Because people are saying, when is it, tomorrow or next week? Tomorrow. That's tomorrow night, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time. Here, my stream will start. We'll probably get the gameplay going by 7:15ish and play for a couple of hours. Okay. So that's tomorrow night here on DSP Gaming. Special late night stream. Okay, that's going to be very, very fun. All right. Now, I have another major update regarding the guys from Kino Casino. All right.
Third update.
As you know, one of the topics that was tossed around when I was on their show, and that we've been talking about behind the scenes, is a possible interaction and discussion between myself and the owner of Kiwi Farms, Josh Moon. Okay. I have history with Kiwi Farms for many years now, and it's
you continue to.
All right, Kiwi Farms, the people on there are some of the vilest people on the internet when it comes to their behavior levels. They have doxed myself, my family members, my neighbors, people who just casually associate with me. My wife and stuff to do with my wife that has absolutely nothing to do with our life today.
Because you challenged them.
They have put up personal information. They've put up fake personal information, acting like it's real, and then saying that it's true. And then, of course, everyone believes it because they're gullible idiots. Every day, there's still more nasty stuff on that site about me, okay? To the point where some of it actually is criminal. There's criminal stuff on that site that, eventually gets removed.
So let's talk to the owner of the site if you really think that's true. Smart.
Okay? Now, rather than go into massive detail about this today, all right? You ready for this? Ladies and gentlemen, this coming Monday. This Monday coming up, so that's going to be what? The 26th? August 26th, okay? I'm going to do a level 1 podcast right now in the morning, just like I normally do. After that podcast ends, I'm going offline. Because in a one-time only event, a special event, I'm going to appear on the Kino Casino show, and I am going to have a discussion with Josh Moon live about all of this.
I'll be there for that.
And I think this has been a long time coming. All right? Now, here's the deal, and here's the difference between how this conversation is going to go and other interactions that Josh Moon has had. I'm not going to come at Mr. Moon with massive insults and offense. I'm not going to come with threats.
Offense?
There's a lot of people who've had stuff on that site.
We're in a 4-3 defense. I'm running a quick huddle. No huddle offense.
This guy, how dare he run this website? Here's what I want to do, and this is the truth. I just want to get the honest story out of Josh. I want to know.
It's not that hard to understand.
How did it become what it is today? Why does it still exist? If he knows the stuff that gets posted onto that site, I want to hear it from the man
what?
himself.
The what?
Rather than
The
hear
what?
second hand, third hand, 10th hand, hearsay baloney.
It's not that deep,
through my
brother.
stream chat
Sir
and other-
Moist,
I want to
tell
talk
him.
to the guy himself, all right? Because I want to get it from, as they say, from the horse's mouth of how all of this is happening. I'm sorry, my personal opinion is I find it very hard to believe that the stuff that happens on that site is justifiable. Okay? I'm just sorry, because some people say, oh, well, it's First Amendment and it's all that. There's one thing about First Amendment, you can speak up and criticize something. You're able to go out and say, oh, I don't like this political candidate or how the country's being run.
I can't wait.
There's another thing about going somewhere and literally slandering and defaming someone with insane amounts of vitriol, things that can actually hurt their life, crimes being committed and information being dumped that never should be public, completely doxing innocent people, and all that kind of shit has happened on Kiwi farms. So
you got to defend all the other
conversation
threads too?
is going to happen on Monday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. I'm going to go offline on this show, and we're going to go right over, and I'm going to go live on Kino Casino, and this is happening during the afternoon. Instead of my normal afternoon stream where I do gameplay, I'm going to appear on a special edition of Kino Casino with Josh Moon. All right? So that's this Monday, August 26th. Mark your calendars. All right? So tomorrow night, 6:45 p.m. Pacific time, my late stream, Chain Together Co-op with Kino Casino. And then on Monday, special appearance on Kino Casino, the Josh Moon discussion will happen. All right? That's pretty cool, no? Now, obviously, this is going to throw my schedule into disarray. So what we're doing is I'm going to adjust the schedule. I have to do it formally later today, but to give you an idea of what's going to happen with my schedule for the week. So today it's Black Myth Wukong and Street Fighter 6 on the late stream. Tomorrow, it will be Black Myth Wukong again as the daytime stream, because now I'm not going to be able to play it as the late stream tomorrow night. Tomorrow night will be the Chain Together Co-op with Kino Casino. Sunday is still my normal all-day reacting day, where it's going to be me reacting to clips on my first show, DSP versus the Internet, on my DSP Reacts channel. And then at night, we're going to head over to DSP Throwback and do a nice late-night chill stream, retro react to me playing PS Home.
Oh, well, that's can't miss that.
2012 on the PlayStation 3.
I'm most excited about
We've
that.
done this for 2 weeks. Each week has been fun. And I'm looking forward to chilling with all of you again on Sunday night on my, that's my very small channel. That's basically my passion project. I don't make much or any profits on that channel. It's just for fun. And I'm looking forward to doing that.
Oh, well, that's a change. I thought you said you're trying to build it up. It's in the building stage. Wow, that's a big change, huh? Big ups, Danny DK. By the way, I'll read everything at the end. We want to keep it going here. But big ups, everybody. I do appreciate everything,
it's just
obviously.
For fun,
big ups.
And I'm looking forward to doing that. I really like having the whole React Day on Sundays.
That's a big change, huh?
I will do a podcast project. Here. I'll be offline and go over to Kino Casino, and I will appear on their show in the afternoon. That's going to be the conversation, me and Josh Moon, about Kiwi Farms. All right?
No Muda.
Now, for the rest of the week, all right? Basically, what I need to do is juggle everything, and it's going to be difficult. No lie, it's going to be difficult to try to juggle everything that I want to do.
It's so tough.
I'm thinking Monday night I should do something more laid back, because people are going to want to talk about that Josh Moon appearance, right?
Decompression,
Maybe what we should do Monday night is do like some Stardew Valley, because that's a stream where I can talk with you constantly when I'm playing a game. So that's probably what we'll do, is like a Stardew Valley stream on Monday night. And then probably what we'll do is juggle stuff. So like Tuesday will be Black Myth, and then maybe Tuesday night we'll do like Street Fighter, and then maybe like Wednesday, I'll throw in a stream of System Shock just for variety, right? And then Thursday will be Black Myth again. So we're going to alternate back and forth, all right? Now, however, this is a 7-day streaming week for me, meaning I'm here today, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. 7 straight days. Why? Because my wife's work schedule keeps changing, and it changed again. So I'm going to be here all week. Now, the only problem with that is that this throws a big monkey wrench into my plans, because new releases hit on Friday, August 30th, and I can't be here on Friday, August 30th.
Friday
That's my
show
next
next week.
day off
Big ups.
to spend with my wife, to run errands and stuff. Okay? So that means any new releases that day, I have to play the next day, Saturday, the 31st. And that includes Star Wars Outlaws and the Black Ops 6 beta. Now, what I'm hoping for is that the Black Ops 6 beta will release a little early. We don't know currently exactly the times that it's going to go live. If it goes early a little bit, maybe I could play it on my late stream on Thursday night. That would be excellent because I
right,
want
no one
to jump
cares
in
about
and see
this.
what is it
Move
like on my
on.
gaming PC. 120 hertz is supposed to be the 30th.
I have like
but we don't
30
know if it's gonna be
seconds
one of
of-
those deals where you can
of
play
skip
early
juice,
and
so
stuff.
I'm
and
using
certain
it.
times with all of you.
Here we go.
But essentially this week, the gameplay will be a balance between Black Myth Wukong.
Don't
from there.
care.
Now, I'm being told, is this true? Star Wars Outlaws is the 27th? I'm not aware of that.
Skip juice devoured. God damn it. That's better,
Ubisoft
though.
Plus. Then you can play it early. Well, maybe I'll do that then.
Oh, God.
Maybe the 26th, right? We'll do, my podcast, the Josh Moon, appearance on Kino Casino, Stardew Valley at night to kind of, what do you call? Decompress from that. And then maybe the
Debuff.
new game on Tuesday we'll
Debunk.
play Star Wars Outlaws as the first premiere stream on Tuesday. There you go. That works. I'll get
Oh,
Ubisoft
yeah.
Plus.
Devour.
For sure. We just
That's the
gotta
best
figure out
one.
How you get all those
yeah, you guys
games,
both got it.
right? I don't know how you do it.
D
Ubisoft Plus on PC
what?
is even cheaper, says Ad the Gamer. Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay.
All right. Well, that's probably what I'll do. Is I'll get Ubisoft Plus, and I'll play it Tuesday as the day stream. So then I'll probably be balancing Black Myth Wukong and Star Wars Outlaws this week as the gameplay streams. There you go. Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, move
so
on.
Moving
on.
We'll talk more about this as we get closer to it and everything. But all right, sounds good. So that's my streaming week, guys. Now there is one other thing we got to talk about before we get to our other topics, which are very important. I know many
What?
of you were here for those.
Isn't that just another topic
All right.
then?
My documentary with June the King
Ooh, release
is
date?
impending. All right.
No,
so
no release date.
the target date,
Target.
all right, to try to get it released is by the end of this month. But,
Ooh, that's next week, boys.
basically, after speaking with June a little bit, the confidence is not there that it's coming out at the end of this month. Let's put it
never
that
mind.
way. And you might say, well, I don't understand. It's a video on YouTube.
I do actually understand
Doesn't he
that.
know when he's going to publish the video? Well, yeah, but there's a big problem.
Uh-oh.
It's a 4-hour documentary, guys. 4 hours. One of the longest things June has ever done. In fact, I think it is the longest thing June has ever done. The likelihood, all right, that he's going to upload this
Nice
video.
pick. Nice pick and inspect. Ready?
The likelihood,
Pick.
all right,
Harvest.
that he's going to upload
Look
this
at
video.
it. Purple star.
All right,
Nice.
which isn't done yet. It's not done. Like he says, he's just finishing it. Still has to finish alt editing and processing, all that, right? And then he's going to upload it, and it's going to have 0 problems on YouTube. The likelihood is almost 0, right? Like it would have to be the planets must align, the stars are in a certain rotation, and people are like making sacrifices so that this thing would actually launch and not have to go ahead and fix it. Does he have to re-edit a part in and out? Probably, because he wants it to be live and monetizable. Listen, I totally understand where he's coming from.
No, you don't. You've never done
Some
this.
of the content
You've
that
never
I put
done
out,
this process.
especially my DSP throwback channel,
Philip has
almost
never done
every
this
video gets
process one
demonetized
time,
for no
ever.
good reason, and then I got to sit there submitting it for monetization, review, and it takes upwards of 2-3 days for YouTube to look at some of these videos. So I get it. He wants the documentary to drop by the end of this month, but there's no confidence that it's going to. That sounds to me like likely it's going to go live the first week of September. In which
All right,
case,
that's
if
2
that
weeks then.
happens, that actually would be a little better because it would allow me to play Black Myth Wukong and Star Wars Outlaws this week, maybe even get in a stream of the Black Ops 6 beta before the crap hits the fan with the documentary and everyone just says, will you react to your documentary? And I say, yes, I will. But
not everything.
Okay?
But not the bad
FYI,
parts.
it's coming. We just don't have a definitive answer yet as to when. And when we do, I'll let you know, and we'll go from there. Fair enough?
Fair enough.
Okay,
dude.
and by the way,
Oh.
for the record, no, there's not going to be any stuff in this documentary about my redemption arc. This redemption arc has only been, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah,
the
why would there
documentary
be?
covers my time up until like a couple months
Being
ago.
an asshole.
I'm telling you, people are like, it's going to have a redemption arc ending. It's going to be a happy ending for Phil. This documentary is going to be completely negative.
Correct.
It's going to be mistake after mistake, problem after problem, all these issues. That's what it's going to be.
Correct.
So just expect it. It's going to be me essentially self-felting myself for a week every night as I react to this documentary.
More like you felting other people, but okay, I'll take
Just
that.
expect it. Okay? Expect it. Yeah, I don't see anything else but that coming out of it. All right? Okay.
Sounds good.
By the way, we're at 184 likes. Guys, we have over 600 viewers. Let's get it to 200 likes right now. I want to say thank you to Some Kind of Taco, who became a member this morning as well. Thank you so much. And guys, remember,
Taco-chan.
if you do contribute, I will give you a live shout out. All right?
Oh my God.
Let's hope that by the end of the podcast today,
Whoa,
we
I'll
can
give you
hit
a live
at least
shout
that
out.
tier 2 King's Tips goal of $100. All right? Cool. Let's get it. Let's do it. What's up, Jay? Jay just is here. He says, I hope you hit your 12-day streak today. Me too.
What's up,
It'll be
Jade?
awesome. We hit number 12 right
Hey,
now.
man,
And hell,
Phil,
tonight was
12
Street Fighter number
streak, I
13 and
hope.
keep that momentum going. Keep the king streak alive. Exactly. All right. Now on to other topics, folks.
Good point,
okay?
Jury. That's
So,
my question,
as
Jury.
you guys know, we were supposed to do a co-op stream
Oh,
on
God.
Tuesday
What's
night.
this?
When
Oh,
I say
Mudahar
we, it was
Twitter.
supposed to be myself and the guys from Kino Casino and Mudahar. And it was going to be chained together, and we were good to go until Muda basically canceled very last minute. He canceled around like 3:30 p.m., and the stream was supposed to be at like 7 p.m. So it sucked. We kind of scrambled, couldn't get it to come together, and we canceled it. And that's why we're doing this co-op between me and Kino Casino tomorrow night, as my late stream, okay? So what happened? Because here's the thing. It was so weird the way this went down. So it gets canceled, right? And basically that night, I messaged Mudahar. I DM'd him on Twitter. And I said, hey, man, I just want to let you know, I hope everything's okay. No hard feelings that you canceled or anything. I just hope that everything's all right on your end.
No
I
hard
wish you the
feelings
best.
that
And
you
that's all I said.
canceled?
I didn't get any answer. All right, so it's very weird. Basically, an entire day is going by, and people the next day are asking me, what's going on, Phil? I don't know. I have no idea, what really happened or why he canceled.
No
But,
hard
I said we
feelings.
were going to try to reschedule or whatever.
It's not for
all
you to
right?
decide.
So all of a sudden, it's like late Wednesday night. And incidentally, I was actually talking to Andy about the YouTube video that we just saw earlier that the Clips channel posted up. And as I'm talking with Andy about this, he goes, can you see Mudahar's Twitter account? And I said, what do you mean? And I went over to his Twitter account, and we're like,
No.
this account does not exist.
Big ups, J-Dog, but no.
What?
No way.
We had just been talking with him, the day before. The account does not exist.
Huh?
And just to show you, now if you search for it, it's a blank page, right? It doesn't even show up. It's just blank. And at the time, so this was Wednesday night, Andy and I were talking, and we're actually kind of freaking out. We're like, uh-oh, like what just happened? Please don't tell us now something crazy is happening to this man, just as we were supposed to be doing this co-op. So now, obviously, the entire internet's going to be like, oh, what happened? He's going to do co-op with you guys, and now he vanishes. Like, what did you do with him? Did you kidnap him? Did you throw him in a closet? No, like, we're not involved. Right? We have nothing to do with this. We don't even know what the hell's happening. We're just in the dark about it as everybody else.
We don't have anything to do with this,
Of course,
guys.
we had to have our
Just a couple of buds.
our event canceled right before all this crap happens, right? So, basically, yeah, his account is gone. And everyone on the internet is freaking out about this, right? Wondering what's going on. Well, yesterday, Mudahar put out a video on his channel explaining what actually happened.
Did you watch it, Philip?
And basically, in a nutshell, I'm not going to watch 13 minutes of this. In a nutshell, he explains that basically he's had enough of Twitter. Or I should say X, because that's really the real name of it.
Definitely.
Right? That basically, X has become a toxic cesspool. Every time he goes on there, he's got a million people insulting him about his race, which is fucked up. I mean, he's Indian, right? People are saying these horrible slurs about him
He's
and
Indian,
stuff.
right?
And he's just had enough of it. Like, he says, I get content from X, don't get me
Hang on,
wrong.
he's Indian, right?
But it seems like increasingly it's very more polarized. It's either ultimate all the way to the left or ultimate all the way to the right. Everyone's always at each other's throats and accusing you of being the villain. And basically he's had enough of having this kind of extremist behavior being thrown at him, Now, listen, I 100% agree with him on some of these topics because I barely use Twitter, right? For years. Why? Because my haters.
You're picking
turn
it up
into a
now, though,
toxic
aren't you,
cesspool.
buddy?
And it doesn't matter how many times you try to, I'm going to block all these people. I'm going to report them. It doesn't matter. It just continues. You can't really stop it, right? When there's a mob against you, there's nothing you can really do about it. And I'll be honest with you guys. Since Elon Musk bought Twitter and turned it into X, it's worse. There's more of that behavior, and there's tons more ads on the site that just make it almost unmanageable to even use at this point. It's very hard to even get the feeds I need to try to get news for this show. Okay, it's hard. I get so much crap in my feed that I don't want instead of useful information.
Correct, DSP flag it.
So, the way I see it, I have absolutely no issue with him deleting his Twitter.
How could you
but
have
the
an
way he went
issue?
about it was very odd. If you're
How could you have an issue with someone deleting a social media account? Please, please. How many crayons do I need to eat to understand that statement? I have no issue with him deciding to delete an account that has
I'm gonna delete your Twitter. At least make a post. Hey guys, FYI, within 1 day I'm deleting this account.
Thank you,
I don't
King.
want it anymore. I just had enough. But don't worry, I'm not dead, right? No one killed me. No one got me nuked off this site or anything. It's my own choice.
Who gives
the way
a shit?
He did it,
Thank
a
you,
shocking,
King.
just sudden spur of the moment deletion. It makes the internet freak out. I mean, this is a guy with 3.8 million subscribers on YouTube.
Definitely.
He's got a huge viewer and fan base.
Yeah.
Of course, he probably also has a hater base, but he's got a huge amount of people who follow him. And when he just disappears
than
from
your
a certain
hater base,
social media
though.
platform, people are rightly going to be concerned about it, right? And I think that's really what it was. The internet wasn't like shocked, oh my God, look, he got banned. I think people were worried for him that something might have happened, you know? So basically, and he says in this video, to summarize, you know, everything's fine. I just don't want to use it anymore. You can find me on other things. We'll talk about that in a second. He says you can find me on Reddit. You can find me on my Discord. But also that people had contacted his significant other, his wife, on her socials to try to find out what was going on with him, and he didn't appreciate that. He's like, listen, especially a lot of you guys, you already have like business arrangements with me. You know how you can reach me on other social media platforms like Discord or Reddit.
Okay,
I
I'm bored.
answer you,
Skip
right?
juice gone.
However, just to be completely frank on this is why my wife does not have social media. This is exactly the reason.
Well,
Because
she
everyone
used to.
always asks, Phil, why isn't Kat on Twitter?
But
Why
she used to
isn't she
be.
on YouTube? Why isn't she on Reddit? Why isn't she on these things?
Because
Why
you
can't
tell her
we
not to?
talk
You
your
told her
wife?
not to?
This is exactly the reason why. She
Why?
wants no association with anything regarding,
Dumb
you know,
bitch.
people with me on the internet.
What a dumb
We have
bitch.
our own life that's completely separate
Uh-huh.
from my
Ah.
public persona and business to the internet.
Yeah, right.
We like
Big ups,
keeping it
Scope
that
Phil.
way. Okay? We don't want people permeating every moment of our personal lives, right? Can
Yeah,
you
definitely.
imagine if one day I got sick or something and I didn't post up that I wasn't going to be on stream and my stream didn't go live, but my wife had social media, she'd probably
She still
get
does, but-
50,000 people harassing her over it, right? Like,
50,000?
What you? That's why we don't do that, all right? She purposefully wants to keep off of the socials just for that reason, to avoid harassment, to avoid this kind of interjection, especially with my detractors. okay?
Interjection.
So I completely, utterly understand where
It's
he's coming
amazing.
from. But I do have to say, I think it's weird the way that he went about just deleting it cold without any warning. Of course, people are going to wonder what actually happened. And that's the result. People freaked out, okay? So
Yep,
no, it had nothing to
freaked
do
out.
with me. It had nothing to do with Kino Casino, thankfully, all right? But I will say this. You know, we had a very cordial conversation where we had both apologized to each other about our behavior. And we had outright said, yeah, let's do a co-op, and agreed to it. And now this guy deleted his Twitter. So he says, oh, well, you could still contact me on my Reddit or on my Discord. I don't have Reddit. I don't use Reddit. I'm not going to use Reddit.
Okay.
I don't have his Discord. Okay. I have no way to contact Muda about anything.
Why don't you get his
So,
Discord?
sadly,
It's a few clicks.
You know, unless that changes, he would have to reach out to me, obviously, because I don't know how I would get that information.
All right.
I have no way that I could ever do like a future collab with the guy. Or even
Okay.
have a conversation, because I think we were just talking about maybe just having a conversation in the future, a normal conversation.
That wouldn't be normal.
I have no way to contact him now. The only way was via Twitter. Okay, so we'll see what happens with that.
So
But
that's done. The Mudahar meetup is now completely done. So
panic.
get
you know,
that straight.
No reason to panic. Crisis averted. You know, nothing to really see there. And hopefully, maybe I'll get some information to talk to this guy later. But I don't know how I would go about it because you know me, I stick to my own shit. You know.
Yep. People
Okay.
need to email me.
I received a $2 tip.
People need to email me, Mudahar.
From
Email
Chris,
me,
will you be playing
bitch.
Visions of Mana? Probably not. I don't see how on earth I'm going to be fitting that game into my schedule this week. I know it comes out this week. I am
Yeah,
interested
he does have
in
a,
it.
he
It
does have a
looked
Reddit, by
quite
the way,
good,
but I'm sure he doesn't
but
know the login.
considering the fact that I'm struggling to even stay afloat with the stuff I'm doing, we got all this special stuff coming up, including my documentary. I don't see myself
Anyone
playing
know
it
anything
right
about
now.
this?
Maybe in the future.
Godwinson
Okay?
regrets snaking the casino.
Don McLean just did his second super chat of the stream. He says, thanks for the streams. I'm looking forward to this upcoming shows with Kino Casino. Can you ask Triple P if
Triple P.
Godwinson
It's not that hard of a
regrets
name, brother.
snaking the casino? He's a big fan of yours. I have no idea what any of that means, Don, nor will I remember that when I'm on the show. But I do appreciate your super chat. You could always try asking that in the chat.
Ah,
when the
Godwinson
show
is a
is
meth
live.
addict.
But
Sounds good. Thank you, Cat's Broken
I
Scale.
don't know what that means.
All right.
Thank you for re-upping your membership. I appreciate that. Okay.
Big up is off the donut for popping,
All right.
for busting. Excuse
On
me.
to the next topic, folks. This is a big one. All right.
Team?
By the way,
That's what we're here for.
guys, 215 likes. We have almost 700 people on the show. We're about to talk about Keemstar. Let's get some more likes. Let's hit 250 likes right now on the stream. It's free. It's easy. Just click like if you're having a good time.
Man.
Okay?
All right, yeah.
And also,
please.
let's hit this tip skull. Let's hit $100. Let's get some tips in here. All right? Thank you so much. Please support the stream. Let's hit stream 12 in a row, crushing the goals. Belted the detractors, right? All right.
Just leave
here we
Philip
go.
up now.
So, ladies and
Good
gentlemen,
idea.
yesterday was my day off. And I've always told you guys this. Everything always happens on my day off. Never, ever does anything ever happen when I'm here, because that would make
Correct.
sense. I'm here working, right? But no, it has to always happen on my day off, when I'm trying to relax with my wife, when I'm trying to run errands and get shit done. That's when the crap hits the fan with every possible thing, even the most unlikely shit, correct? So, what happens yesterday, I never expected. I know it's unprecedented, unbelievable, right? Like, holy crap, who would have thunk that what happened yesterday would have possibly happened?
Remember, he
all right?
apologized for last night
I get
alone.
wind of this, actually, from my moderators of all people, because
wouldn't they do
I
that?
was actually just kind of casually doing stuff on and off between little times that I had times to do stuff, all right? And it just so happened, you know, my wife was getting ready for the day. You know, she's in the shower or whatever. And I'm like, all right, let me just open my phone for a few minutes and see what the heck's going on.
Oh, like that's not something you do all the time.
And I open my phone, and my moderators are kind of freaking out. They're like, are you aware that Keemstar just made a video about you apologizing publicly for his behavior? And I was like, no. And
he apologized for behavior
seems
from
kinda
one stream.
unlikely or weird. And I'm like, well, I'm going to check it out for myself. All right, so ladies and gentlemen,
You gonna play
before I
it?
even make a single comment about it, I think that we should watch it together live, shouldn't we?
All
Shouldn't
right.
we just give it a clean watch, so that way it can't be misconstrued
I'll do it,
in any
Petchy.
possible way, right?
Yeah.
So here it is.
I hope you get
First,
the
we'll
important
watch
part.
this, and then I'm going to tell you, you know, how I reacted to it here. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, unedited, pure, unscripted. He's blocked, by the way. He's blocked on Twitter. Let's see what Keem has to say about me. Are you ready? All right, here we go.
Dear Darkside Phil, DSP, I owe you an apology. I do. Last night, I was just being a hater. And worse than that, I was being hypocritical. For those of you that don't know the context, we were watching a Review Tech USA
He thinks this is
documentary
legitimate.
last night. There was this section that came up between DSP and Review Tech USA, and my chat was...
For the record, I don't know what documentary he's talking about. I don't think this is the June the King one, because I don't think there is a section in the June the King one that's me versus Rich. So he must have been watching a different documentary. I don't even know which one.
Spamming DSP is king because he's having a redemption arc right now because of the casino. And I basically said something along the lines of, you guys can all like have this little troll that he's king, but that guy's still a loser and he's going to remain a loser. He's always going to be on level 1, da-da-da-da-da-da. And this morning I woke up thinking about that, and I'm like, I am just being a fucking hater. I'm just being a hater. But more than that, I'm being hypocritical. What is Lolcow Live, right? Part of it is
look at that card.
Redemption arc for Wings and Bookie.
I'll change
you know
that.
What I mean?
That's an error card.
Why am I hating on someone else having a redemption arc moment? Like, that didn't sit right with me. So I owe you an apology, Darkside Phil. I may think in my head that you're not going to take advantage of this opportunity and you're going to end up right where you are, but I shouldn't hope that. I shouldn't put that energy out there, right? So yeah, I know we have our differences and whatnot, but I was wrong to shit on you last night and shit on the moment that you're having, and I apologize.
Okay, so
Dear
sorry.
Whoa, almost replayed it.
Sorry.
Okay,
Here we go.
That's it in its entirety, unedited, no commentary from me on it whatsoever. I felt like the best way to approach it would be to do an honest playing of what it is, so you guys now heard what he had to say
last night,
and you could judge for yourself. Okay. By the way, I'm being told the documentary he was watching was by someone called Mikey No H More, Mikey NOHMORE. So it was, I guess, now that June opened the floodgates with his documentary, you're going to see a ton of Rich documentaries coming out there, I would guess, right?
Okay, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Anyways.
Couple quick shout outs, by the way. Some Kind of Taco did a $5 super chat. Hit the like button. Yes, thank you. And did we hit it? We're at 234 likes, guys. We have almost 700 viewers. Let's hit 250 likes right now. All right? Thank you, guys. All right. And Helly interested in super chat because I know you game isn't for you.
Asking about games right now? Come on.
I know the game isn't for you. Could you see yourself trying out Monster Hunter Wilds in 2025? It's a maybe. I'm not disinterested in it. I like the Monster Hunter universe, but as I said many times, I tried playing the beta of Monster Hunter, whatever the last one was.
If you're gonna do drama,
World.
do drama. You know what I'm saying? Like you
Years
can't
ago,
just
and no one
forget
liked
the
it.
gaming
People
thing if you're
literally
gonna do
told
drama,
me
brother.
On my stream, stop playing this beta. It's incredibly boring. I guess, okay?
Okay.
All right. So, I have played this apology from Keemstar in its most honest, unedited form, right? There's no way that you can say that I spun it in a way. I didn't comment on it.
No, you're going to
What I'd
spin
like
it now.
to do is
Now
I'd like
you will
to
spin
actually
it.
take a look at what I posted yesterday because I basically quote tweeted it, right? And I said,
Yes.
should I respond to this? And by
This
the way,
is
this
where
is
the
all
spin
I said about
happens.
it all day. Should I respond to this? And what I'd like to do is just go through and actually try to get some public opinion on if you guys think that I should actually respond to Keemstar or not. So we'll just scroll all the way to the bottom here.
Oh God.
And we'll read. We're probably not going to read all of them, but we'll try to get through them here. So we got, no, LOL, Keemstar is begging on his knees for you to entertain his dead show. LOL.
So this is, we're going to use the Kino Casino Bros responses as his response because he's feeling so empowered by the Casino Boys.
Just don't let him worm his way into getting you on his show unless you want to. You should glaze him like you did on Side Scrollers.
Ah, that's good.
You're a grown
I like
man,
that one.
figure it out.
I like that one.
How do you not realize after all these years you're being trolled by Kino and all of this is just an entire saga?
Yes.
No. Keem is a slimy bastard.
I like how he's
and is
reading
just
the bad
trying
ones,
to
though.
cozy up to you to get you onto his quickly dying podcast.
Oh, read the next one.
You're still a level 1 beggar. I don't think you even have a 1-up on Rich.
Hey.
Well, there you go. But that being said,
Shoutouts, double.
we're
double,
5 likes away from 250.
Get on
It would
with
be
it,
great
man.
if we get some tips on the strish. It would be really great if you could fill the king's coffers today. If we could get some kingly tips here on the stream to hit the goal.
I'm not
that
hitting
would
Philip anymore.
possibly empower the king.
He's killed Philip.
All right, on this topic.
Philip is
All
out
right,
in the
so let's get
woodshed.
some tips going. All right, let's
He's
continue.
taken out now. Philip
Don't
is
King,
dead.
You are better than that. Oh, now you think you have friends. You're getting all brave. Go cry in a car park.
Ah,
That's
I like
an
the car-
interesting one.
I like the car
Go
park
cry
aspect.
in a car park.
Yeah, it's very unique, creative
Ignore
take.
this peasant. He's jealous of the casino and wants to ride your coattails, your majesty.
Kino Casino, bro.
I mean, you just did.
Yes, you did.
I did. All I said was, should I react to it?
So
Asking someone if I should react to it is not an actual reaction.
It is a reaction,
You know,
sir.
it's like I just played it and I absolutely added no commentary. I did not react to this yet.
Yeah, similar
Okay.
how you don't react to
Yeah, he's being a man about
detractors.
something for once. You just did.
Yes.
And false. Shit on him, King. Built him hard.
Kino
Or be
Casino.
nice, because he seems somewhat sorry. But it could be bait just to get you to talk to him. Good luck, King. So either utterly destroy Keem,
Ooh, I like the
filth
next
him
one.
entirely, humble him,
I like the next one.
or be extremely nice to him because he could be telling the truth. This guy covered all the bases. Why bother asking? You've never taken anyone's advice. You always do everything correct. I mean, that is true. I did nothing
Yep.
wrong. I do everything correct. That is absolutely true.
Yes,
That's why I don't need a
literally.
redemption arc, by the way. He is not worthy. All right? Why would a king ever bother responding to an insect?
Oh, click the
Wow.
next one. You muted that
I mean,
one. Click the
now,
next one.
I'm not saying that Keemstar is an insect by any means, but even a king sometimes has to respond to an insect. If it's like buzzing around and bothering, he's like, just swat it away or whatever. You some spray, clap it and squish it or whatever, So
Click the next one. You muted that
sometimes
one.
you do have to respond. Although, again, that's not actually what I'm saying about Keem here. I'm just saying a king sometimes would have to respond to an insect, okay?
You muted that
I don't
one. What
know who
happened?
This is muted. I'm not going to unmute it. It's probably some abusive shitbag. I think so. Keem did act negatively, but he showed true, genuine remorse in this video. I hope you two can shake hands in the future and amend your career. To amend your career, excuse me. Plus, you're way better than that fat, bolding, druggy RTU dude. Fat, bolding.
Correct.
Bolding. Okay. By the way, thank you, Flaked and Baked. Flaked and Baked just gifted 10 memberships to the community.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Flaked and Baked. Anyone who's getting those, please enjoy.
Oh, you don't read them anymore?
All right, let's continue. You won't. You're too afraid to.
Yes.
Okay. Phil, this is just my take. I would be amicable and bury the hatchet, but I wouldn't take any offers to do any content with him. It's just my opinion. You can forgive someone, but not want to be associated with them. It's a good point. To be fair, all right, I will say this.
My sister's face is beautiful.
The Kino Casino guys pitched to me
Right on time, scumbag.
that I should do the Change Together co-op with them and Josh Moon. And I told them there is no way I would be willing to do that until we had a conversation. I need to speak with Josh. I need to feel this out. I need to get a vibe from this guy. This is a guy who runs a website that's hurt myself and my family and my business for the last 5 or more years. There's no way I'm going to be doing gameplay with this guy until I speak with him first. You understand?
WWKCD.
So, in this case, you know, he's saying, don't do any offers to do any content with him, right? Like, just to be fair, there is no way I would do any real content with Keemstar until there was a conversation first. You understand? Like, there's no way. That's just the kind of guy I am. We have shit to talk about and hash out. You understand? Okay.
When can he contact you?
No. Go complain for donos on your
Thank
stream.
you for
Good. All right,
your
I will.
membership. I appreciate
Guys,
that.
thank you so much because we have hit 250 likes on the stream. I
That's
really
not
appreciate
donos.
that. We can get some more. I mean, we have over 600 viewers, and I'm sure that at least half of you are not pocket watching hater losers. You know, really detractive, waste of life shitbags. So
Detractive?
if you could like the stream, if you're not like that and you're a good person, that would
I like detractive. That's pretty hype. I consider Indrid detractive. That's a attractive detractor. Big ups, Jericho. You are also detractive.
waste of life shitbag. So if you could like the stream, if you're not like that and you're a good
Jericho's
person,
detractive.
that would be great
Absolutely.
because that would help a lot. And of course, as I've already stated, thank you for the support I'm getting here. It'd be great if we get some more tips because I'm trying to hit that tier 2 tips goal by the end of this podcast. Okay, so let's do it.
Yes, that's
All
fair.
right, let's
Yes.
continue. All right. Keem, wait, what? Keem Jewish star? The
Not that
star
deep.
of David?
Not that deep. No, Chu is
Keem,
not detractive.
star
She's
of David,
attractive. She's
isn't
not a
even worth
detractor.
being pissed
so.
on by you. Really? He's not even worth being pissed on by you. Wow. Some of these opinions are something
Any
else.
Jenna up here? Maybe any cat references? I mean, this is dangerous,
Again,
man.
I haven't said a word yet. I'm just reading what the public is saying about this situation, okay?
A lot of stuff could be in here.
Maybe be a man and make a decision for yourself.
Correct.
without
That's my
asking
take.
Someone else
That's
what to
actually
do.
my
There you go.
exact take.
Because as we all know, real men literally would never take in other opinions and consider them before making their own decision. They just rashly judge to jump to a conclusion or make a rash judgment. You know, of course, that's what real men do.
You do that
That's
with
right.
everything, including what to sell in Stardew Valley. So yeah, I think that's a fair comment.
Anyway, Keem is just swapping out the vinegar for honey, manipulating you, buttering you up to once again try to entice you into failing Lol Cow Live. But now you have a different energy, and he knows that he can't shame you into it, so he's going this route. Okay? Here's a good one. DSP right now. Oh!
Ah, yes.
Well, I don't know what he's talking about. All I see here is that Mr. Marsh here, he's seen a spooky ghost. And he was completely slimed. There's ectoplasm everywhere, and Keem is watching live and actually reacting to it.
I've heard
I
some
don't
bad
know
jokes, but
what
holy
that's
fuck,
supposed to be.
man.
The
oh,
fuck is all this
God.
about? It's clearly I'm
Oh,
clearly
God.
out of the loop. All right, he's still
oh,
seething. You
God.
saw through his BS when he tweeted a job offer for you at Lolcow.
Oh, God.
At this time, I
I'm
wouldn't
still
respond. I would
recovering.
just accept his apology for his words last night. Understand he's still a snake and move on. Call him washed out. It's what he is. Look at this one. Keem apologizing, recognizing the king's status. What timeline did I shift to? This is fucking rad. I don't know why he has like a giant chain chomp from Mario 64, but okay. I wouldn't bother. He's being really, obviously superficial. Fuck no. Get this gnome out of the court of the king. There's no need to, king. Take it for what it is. Keem is beneath your royal stature anyway. The wolf does not concern himself with the opinions of the sheep. Wow, we got some interesting takes on this. The wolf does not concern himself.
Of course,
with
you
the
like those.
opinions
I
of
would
the
say they're
sheep.
more negative than positive, but we'll just
Once you
move
put the
past
clown
those.
makeup on, it never comes off.
That's the
That
comment to
sounds
you.
familiar. I might have heard that one somewhere.
Uh-huh.
I didn't watch the clip, but my answer is no. Never respond to Keem. Why not? Someone posting up my most embarrassing moment from 2016. Like I haven't seen this about 70, 80,000 times.
Always funny,
he
though.
needs to put on a clown costume and makeup. Oh, Keem needs to put on the clown costume and makeup, you're saying. So he needs to
Always
dress
funny.
up fully like a clown. Go on Lolcow. A lot of people would enjoy it.
Yep.
Let him cook. This isn't even an apology. he apologized for saying you're a loser beyond redemption, but then by saying that's what he thinks in this very apology, he has once again has said publicly you're a loser beyond redemption.
Just
He's
reading
a catty,
Twitter podcasts.
passive-aggressive worm. A worm. This is great.
Romance Keemstar.
I should have been doing this all along on the
I
show.
like
This
that
is very
one, too.
entertaining. For the record, I haven't done anything yet. I'm just reading off of Twitter, and I'm highly entertained. I don't know about you guys. This is great. This is great content. You know what? Yeah, anyway.
What was that?
Romance Keemstar. Someone wants me.
All right, he was gonna say something there, but he changed it. He was really gonna say something on the going across the line there, but he changed it. Let me watch that again.
I don't know about you guys. This is great. This is great content. You know what? Yeah, anyway.
See, something was there. Something was there.
Someone wants me to romance Keemstar. To actually like send him roses and rare and like valuable chocolates, and to offer him out on I'll be honest. I mean, Keem has a lot more money than me. All right. I think if anything, I'm the one who should be wined and dined here. Point. I mean, that's like, you know, you're on the street and you're walking down the street and a homeless person hands you a sandwich. You'd be like, the hell is this? Here you go, sir. Here's a foot long from, Firehouse Subs. What the shit? You'd be so confused, right?
It's interesting. Footlong was the first sandwich idea he thought of. You know what I'm saying? First thing he thought of was a footlong.
Shit.
All right.
A couple of tips to call out. I have a $3 tip here. I wouldn't respond to any of that type of stuff. Rather, consolidate your newfound momentum, as the Kino Casino boost will only last so long. Focus on creating content we're here for rather than spotlighting any more drama. Even if it's vindicating, this is all feels like bait. I'm loving your main content. Let's focus on that.
That's an actual fan, by the way.
I appreciate that. And thank you also for the $3 tip there. In
that
addition,
that person right there has Philip's best interest in mind. Of course, it will get ignored, but that person actually has Philip's best interest in mind. It will not stick.
I appreciate that. I received a $5 tip from an anonymous tipper. Would you talk to Keemstar on your own podcast? Well, hold on. I haven't responded yet, right? I haven't. Let's continue. You have responded. Keep going, and then all right. I know what I have my piece to say, but let's get to it, right? I don't know if you heard about this thing. It's called suspense. Plus, I'm really enjoying these comments. I'm actually having a good time with these comments. By the way, this isn't the final topic of the show. We're actually going to talk about Dewie after this topic. But, because Dewie is the least important thing. That's why I left him for last. Why does he say it like that? Is there a reason for down, that? I say yes. No, it's bait. I wouldn't trust Keem ever. He's just going to try a new grift on you.
Correct. Oh, yes, get the account.
Here's Booker T when he was the king. Do it, king. All right. Yes, sir. Of course, respond, Phil. I appreciate that. Don't trust him. It's bait. He's trying to bait you into something you'll regret. Keep up what you're doing. Hell no, Keem is seething. I would. This is massive. It's below the king to entertain such petty trifles. Well, there's nothing to say. Let his silence speak volumes in its own right.
Except he didn't have silence?
Tell him he's welcome to guest on your stream as the court jester. A costume is mandatory. Rafiki. Someone knows my favorite animated movie, The Lion King. Yes. Rafiki saying, the king has returned. Thank you, Rafiki. DSP says in a soy voice,
Copesideville again.
Team, you are someone who.
Just a little beyond the point.
You're a coward, Phil. When you came face to face with Keem, you had no balls and couldn't tell him what you really thought about.
Correct.
Okay.
Copeside Phil.
Yeah.
Copeside Phil getting skipped over. You said the truth too hard, Copeside Phil. That was your problem. You said the truth so well, he had to skip right past you.
Balls and couldn't tell him what you really thought about.
Big ups DSP Flag.
Okay.
It.
Yes.
Yes,
no
he
response
is. DSP Flag.
Keemstar has seen the error of his ways and accepts your kingly status. Let him be, for he is no longer a threat to the domain. Absolutely, you should. Yeah, yes. Don't trust Keem. Look how Boogie is being treated. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a fair point, right? Go off, King. Absolutely. Keem's starting to grow on me. No DNI with Keemstar. He ruins everything. Give him your royal pardon. All hail the king.
Big ups, Copeside Phil. The truth
him
does
doing
hurt.
This is hell freezing over on its own. But it's on you if you forgive him. Yes. You should trust him like you trust the Kino Casino bros. This could benefit you.
That's a good LARPer response.
No, I didn't. Yes. Just that you gracefully accept his submission. I wouldn't. He said what he wanted. That's cool. Consider it a closed issue. Don't do it. Reciprocate in kind and leave it at that. benevolence and generosity are as important to a king as the strength and courage to smite one's enemies. Don't make war with neighbors who pursue peace.
And these are hilarious.
There you go.
These are
You will
hilarious.
regardless. Of course, yeah, no. WoW King, another RTU hater who wants to become your friend. Winter is coming. It's a trap. I wish I had that, Admiral Akbar. It's a trap. Yes. Talk about the game.
Yep.
Oh,
Talk about the game.
Talk about the game.
You know, usually you're a gaming streamer who says
Yes,
you don't
it
do
on the
drama.
next Lol Cow live podcast. Just say I accept your apology and move on, brother. The comeback's real. We're almost done. Let's fucking go. The King and Keem reconciliation. Say what you want about Keem, but that seemed genuine in my opinion. Either way, another dub for the King. Why not see this as an opportunity to guest on his podcast? Let Keem Star of David. Is this a meme? I didn't even hear this one before. Keem Star of David. That is so weird to me.
Does he
Beg
not
a little more
understand
before he even gets a
religions?
response
Or
from you, King. I wouldn't give Keem the time of day if I'm being honest.
mute account?
I
Mute
wouldn't get involved
account.
with Loud Call if I were you. It's a nice apology, though. Nah, it's clickbait. Fuck him.
It's
I
bait,
think you
not
should.
clickbait.
No, he sees your rise. He's going to try and buy you now. He wants to
Yes.
buy me. You kind of already did. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
This is that's bait. It's the that's bait meme. Bait. Be careful. Depends on if you think it's genuine.
he
was
did that
genuine
wrong.
about it.
He mixed two memes. Sorry, I won't do this too much, but he mixed two memes here. Watch.
This is that's bait. It's the
Watch.
that's bait meme.
Yeah, got it. Nailed it.
Be careful. Depends on if you think it's genuine. He was genuine about it, and he felt the need to say it publicly. He was wrong. Real men do that. You should bury the hatchet. I mean, we're all human. If he admits his mistake, it's best to take it in stride and with good intentions. Keemstar
That's a
always has an
long-term
ulterior
DSP
motive
fan right there.
behind everything he does.
Reverend
Don't trust the
Kusanagi.
state. Time to collab. Phil, I don't trust a word that comes out of his mouth. Remember, the history and the type of guy that he is. If he's being honest, great, but time will tell. Things are going well with your channels right now, and long may that continue. F this guy if he doesn't deserve a minute of your time. All right, so reading every response that I could publicly see, because a lot of people I muted because they're assholes. I would say, judging by that, I'd say that's like a maybe 60-40. Like 60% of people are absolutely no, right? Some people are like, well, only do anything with him or address him if you're going to like felt him. Like, make him come on your show, but then have him dress as a court jester.
Felt. If you're going to felt him.
Kind of weird. I'm not going to lie. Having people dress up is kind of odd. Okay?
So I'm not
or
counting
some people
it.
are like,
but...
yes, completely believe this guy. Completely, forgive him. And it's fine. It looks genuine. All right? So, based on...
Correct. Steak sandwich.
All right. I don't think we're gonna respond to it at all. I think we're just gonna move on to our next topic for the show. Here we go. All right. So Dewie.
That was the joke. So he's not gonna respond to it, but actually he did, as many other people said. So this is the meme he's going to do. But just know, Philip, in your heart of hearts, you responded for over 20 minutes, and you can't take that back. So let's go.
Dewie is at it again. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna actually say something. I'm not gonna skip it. Right.
He doesn't have even have the balls to do that. I thought for a second he might, but no, the king doesn't have the balls to do that, doesn't he?
I gotta say something at least, right?
I thought for a second.
It's pretty unprecedented that this guy would ever publicly apologize, right? So I will say something on it. All right. Now, first of all, I'm not going to go crazy here into detail, all right? But basically, here's what I see, right? He says in this apology, right? I'm sorry for being a hater because I was crapping on you last night.
Yes.
But I noticed in the chat as I was crapping on you that everyone was in my chat saying Phil is king, Phil is king. Everyone was being positive towards you. And I recognized that. And it took me time to think about it. But now I've kind of admit I'm being hypocritical and a hater because I myself make content that's supposed to be redemption arc content for Boogie and Wings. And for me to then say that you have happened to you is bullshit and you're still going to be a loser and on level 1 is very hypocritical because it's going against what I'm doing, right? So for that, he apologized, right?
Yes.
But when he apologized, you got to listen to the context. Number one, he basically said in his apology, he does still think I'm a loser. Like, did you hear that? He basically said in his apology, well, I do still think you're going to fail.
Yes, as everyone else does.
But just because I think
with
you're
the brain.
still going to fail doesn't mean that I should be a hater, right? So he's apologizing for basically crapping on me publicly on his stream, but he literally just kind of pocket sneak dissed there and said, well, I still am going to hate you and think you're a jerk and you're always going to fail.
You pick up on Keem sneak disses, but you don't pick up on triple P's?
Well, anyway, right? So has his opinion actually changed towards me? No, absolutely not. It's just he's apologizing for publicly attacking me in that way. It is still an apology, though.
For last night. Yeah.
And that's something different. That's something big, no? To actually get an apology out of Keemstar. I mean, how many people have actually gotten an apology like that out of Keemstar? Probably not many. Probably he has over the years, I'm sure.
You
But
want praise like now for that?
So egotistical and everything.
You gonna put in your Twitter bio? I have once received an apology from Keemstar.
Actually, like, apologize like that, right? Is something different. You know, it's kind of weird. It's weird to hear that, for me to even be talking about that.
16-year content creator once received an apology from Keemstar.
Anyway, continuing on, right?
Yep.
So, him apologizing for crapping on me on his stream, all right, fair enough. And listen, here's the thing. He has the right to have any opinion on me he wants.
Yes.
Okay? He does. I can't change someone's opinion. That's on someone else to change their opinion. Many of you had really bad negative opinions about me for how many years, right?
And also
now
your
all
wife.
of a sudden,
Don't
many
forget
of you
that.
have come by and genuinely started checking out my content. You realize that you like it, and now you're enjoying the ride, right?
Definitely.
That's awesome. You know, maybe in time, that could be something that would happen with Keem, right? Maybe what it is he thinks that I'm just going to, within, a month, I'm just going to flub it all, and I'll be right back to where I started. And you know what?
That's my prediction.
I kind of feel like that, too. I've already told you guys here on this very podcast that I feel like success is fleeting, that I've been to this level already. I've been above the level I'm at right now before in the past. I used to be one of the most prominent gaming YouTubers. I used to get 10 million views a month on YouTube.
You
and that's
think
not
that's
an
coming back?
exaggeration. That's what this channel was bringing in.
You think that's coming back?
I was at the top of the search algorithm. Everyone cared about my opinion on games and other topics. I was big shit. Today I'm this little rinky-dink dude, right? A little tiny guy. I'm just lucky to still have pertinence and have a following and a core audience that supported me all along. That's why I'm still here. But the fact that, this guy for so long has had this negative opinion on me. And now, at very least, realizes, well, maybe I just shouldn't be publicly talking about that opinion because it is bad with his redemption going on right now. I'm doing redemption art content, so it doesn't really make sense. That's at least something, right? That's an acknowledgement. It's a positive acknowledgement in one way, all right? And at the same time, perhaps there will be, over time, a feeling of that, change towards me. I don't think that for certain people, change doesn't come instantly, right? For many of you, you probably never even heard of me. And then when the Kino Casino stuff started,
trust me, they heard
and then
about
I
you
started
jerking
working
off
with those guys. Then all of a sudden, oh, you're exposed to me. Now you're
working
interested,
with
right?
those
now you like it.
guys.
He was known about me for a very long time.
Working
he's
with
seen
those
the
guys.
rise and fall, and he's seen all this shit. And for him, maybe it's much harder to believe that someone like me could not fail. All right,
Big ups, Anime
I
Slayer.
can kind of get that. All right. But it is a sneak diss at the same time, the way he's doing this, And by the way, we should say this too. The one reason
Big ups, Fats.
why he's apologizing is because of the chat. You understand that? Like, he was streaming this documentary about Rich that was very, anti-Rich. He was slamming Rich and everything. And the segment came up about me, and he says, oh, he's a loser, whatever. And the chat's like, no, he's king. Don't you understand? People like him now. We're watching his content.
They never said that.
All that stuff is bullshit. We don't care about it. We like Phil now. And it's not right that you're slandering him like this on your stream. It's just old, tired shit. Cut it out. Phil's king. And then when he saw that,
Phil's king. I thought there was some percentage of Philip's mind that no, it's kind of a bit, but I don't think he knows it's a bit anymore. I think he really thinks he's a king. He's going to start asking where his castle is soon. Holy shit, man.
He realized,
holy fuck.
So I guess the shtick won't work anymore, right? Like, the
shtick still is going to
will
work.
Not work. I can't just sit here and crap on Phil anymore because public opinion has changed.
Oh my God.
And now I have to change too, because if I keep the same old, tired, hate on Phil shtick going, people are going to say that I'm outdated, I'm tired, I'm not with the times, right?
I've gotten a lot of emails like that.
He wants
definitely.
to stay in line with what's popular. And so he's now, that was probably the first time he even knew that I was going through any kind of a redemption arc. All right. And so now he's exposed to it. Oh, okay. Well, now I'll change. All right. So is it a full-fledged outright, oh my God, let's break bread and forgive each other kind of an apology? No, it is not. And not in any way, shape, or form.
Yes.
He's literally just saying, listen, I'm sorry that I insulted you publicly on my stream last night. That's it.
Okay, at least you know that. At least he admitted that.
I mean, let's be honest.
Correct.
Here. Okay, this is not our first interaction, right?
No.
So, I got a few things to say, all right, before I even give
VLX.
a final statement on it. But I got a couple questions for Keem, all right? So, Keem, I got a question for you, all right?
Oh, here we go.
You remember when you were trying to get me to be part of your show, and instead of actually approaching me like a respectable person or a human or a professional, you yelled at me on your Twitter account, much like you just made this proclamation on your Twitter account, that I needed to contact you right away because there was an offer of $50,000 that was going to expire, right? You're basically making demands. Do you remember that? And you remember how I was willing to have a discussion, but you basically couldn't contact me like a normal human with respect or dignity, like a business person. Instead, you expected me to drop everything in my life and work to contact you.
Similar to what you want Mudahar to do?
You remember that, right?
Yeah, I remember that.
Now, you remember
checking the
that
notes.
after that happened, right?
Checking the notes.
That then you continuously
checking the notes.
started to harass me systematically for about a year, saying negative things about me on your timeline. I mean, just a couple things here. I mean, you remember when you said that you were going to contact my friends and family to try to get dirt on me. And you were going to put all that out publicly, remember? That you were going to have a special edition of your show. You remember when you said that you were going to personally finance a Netflix documentary about me?
Yeah.
You don't remember that one?
I hope that still happens.
Yeah,
Yes,
so he was
I
going to
love
actually finance and produce a Netflix documentary on me and put it on Netflix, a slanderous documentary, talking all kinds of shit about me, right? This is not fake, made-up stuff. This is stuff he's all done publicly.
Keemstar says a lot of stuff,
timeline.
man.
The same timeline where he's just posted this.
It's the
He's
internet,
done all
man.
this. You remember?
It's not that serious, bro.
Do you remember last year I was on this show? It was called Side Scrollers.
Oh, yeah, that was
And
great.
when I was on the show, because the show was so popular at the time, because it was a rare interview with me, that you showed up and tried to make it about you. You remember when you decided to promote a stupid waste of time boxing match between Boogie and Wings during my interview
because
with Side
Craig
Scrollers?
asked
Do you
him
remember that?
about it?
I think I remember that happening.
Yes, because
Okay?
Craig asked
I do,
about
I think
it.
I kind of recall some of this happening. Okay? Continue. Let's continue.
Let
Do
me
you
check my notes.
remember-
Hang on.
Not even a month ago, went on your Lol Cow podcast Twitter account, you posted up saying that you were considering legal action against me because I had an opinion about your show stating that I felt that it was scripted. And you said that me saying that on my show,
This is so
without
cringe.
prefacing it saying that it was my opinion, means that I was stating it as a fact, and that means that it's defamation or slander. I mean, I could actually analyze that for about an hour and completely destroy you, but I'm not going to because it's not worth my time. Okay?
Wha-
But you remember that, right?
Why not?
You remember
Show
when
it.
you did that, right? Now
Do
it was less
it.
than a month ago. By the
Destroy
way,
him.
Did anyone
Try
notice
it.
that in the last month that his Lol Cow podcast is literally all scripted content? He's got Boogie and Wings grocery shopping.
Get the hint?
He's got Boogie picking up trash on the side of the road, drinking bottles of piss. He's got Boogie and Wings going to the Democratic National Convention dressed like Trump supporters. Correct?
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
a
you
bit.
remember this, right? This is
It's
all
almost like
happening.
it's
This
a
is not
TV
me
show.
in like a fever dream. This is actually happening right now. That's the content he's putting out on his show. It's literally a scripted show. And that's what I said it was, and he threatened legal action. And then he decided to continue to put out scripted content. Correct?
Everyone with
This is
4 brain
all
cells
public and
know
happening,
this.
right? But by the way, this is my opinion, just for the record. This is my opinion. This is not fact. It's my opinion.
Oh, so you're still scared of the lawsuit, though? Just in
But here's
case,
the
got to
thing,
throw that in.
All right? Perhaps if we didn't have this long and storied history of you punching down on me, right? Like, I don't have enough shit to put up with my detractors who are insane clowns who are trying to ruin my life and my business and my family, right? Like, that's not hard enough on me. I need to have Keemstar also punching down into the pile on me, right? You know, maybe we didn't have that history.
Get ready.
I would have watched this apology and I would have been like, you know what? I believe it. I totally believe it.
Dumb
I do.
bitch.
All right?
What a dumb bitch.
But I'm going to be honest. We do have a history. And you have a history of basically being what's called a fair weather friend. What that means is, hey, when things are going good, now you want to ride that wave, right? You want to be associated with someone when they're popular, when people are liking them, when it benefits you. And then the moment that public opinion tips or dips, you drop them like a hot rock, right?
Like a hot rock.
That's it. You ride the trends. And listen, to some extent, maybe that should be well respected because you know what? You could definitely get over in life doing that.
And he has.
Personally, I think it's abhorrent. I think that that's a very low moral standard, being honest here. But, hey, you basically have made a living doing it for how long, and you're continuing to do it. Here, that's all this is. Your chat told you, oh, Phil's doing good now. He is king. You really shouldn't do the old, shtick anymore. It doesn't work. And you immediately decided to change your tune and do this apology to me. Okay? But we know who you are. You're not a newcomer to the game. You've been in the game for so long. You have this track record. We know your personality. We know your intentions. All right? This is not some new shocking thing. Now, you know what? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've gotten this entire thing wrong. Maybe I've just gotten so many misconceptions about Keemstar from things I've heard. Then again, I do have this track record of nasty things he's done to me. So that's the experience I'm coming from. But maybe I'm wrong. All right. And so,
demand apology? Demanding an apology?
What I'd like to do is I would like to say, I would make an offer that I will appear on his Lol Cow podcast.
If what?
For a very small contribution to the King's coffers of $50,000.
That's the joke.
If you would like to pay me $50,000 to appear on his show, for a 2-hour segment, I will appear on his show for 2 hours for $50,000.
Well, that's not going to happen.
And no, this is not a joke. 50 grand, and I will appear on his show. Now I'm actually making a real public offer that's actually, not bullshit. All right? 50 grand. And I will come on your show for 2 hours, and we will talk about whatever. I mean, don't expect me to be doing any kind of crazy shit. But since you're so desperate to have the king on your show, I mean, literally, you've talked about me like every fucking show, pretty much. I mean, you had entire episodes dedicated to me. It only seems fair that the king should be collecting his tithes and taxes, right?
Well, the Keemstar response on Twitter will be funny, at least.
50 grand, and I'll go on the Lol Cow show for 2 hours, one live show, and we'll do whatever. Okay? Fair enough. Or
yeah, Keem should never respond.
I'll make a counter offer for you.
That's the best, but he will.
I've seen the show recently.
You can't make a counter offer to your own offer, brother. But all right, let's keep going.
I'll make a counter offer for you because I'll be honest. I've seen the show recently. It's not very good. It's pretty bad. All right, the show is pretty much on its last legs at this point. Even though you do have a large group,
thousands
of really
viewers
mentally
watching,
stunted people who watch it and think that it's like quality content. It's really bad.
4 to 5 times the viewers that Philip has.
10x,
forever. Excuse me. Yep.
This is his latest venture of crap that's not going to work. Just like his Happy Punch bullshit, where it was supposed to be a big thing that him and Boogie and Wings were going to keep boxing other people, and never happened. It fell apart. It's junk. No one likes it. And his show right now is falling apart. Oh, I have a host. Oh, the host is off the show. They're on the show. I'm paying the host. I'm not paying the host.
It's almost like
I'm doing that. Oh, we got no content. Oh, shit, let's make Boogie pick up trash and drink piss. And it can only last so far. Especially for a guy like Keemstar who's supposed to be retired, yet still seems to appear in every piece of content that he's involved in.
He likes money.
So I'm going to make a counter offer because I'll be honest, I don't think Keemstar can afford $50,000 for me to be on his show. I don't think that would happen. I think actually
he can afford it. He won't pay it.
And by the way, I'll say this too: no counter offers. It's either you accept the offers or nothing. There's no
you
counter offer.
You already gave a counter offer.
We're not going to negotiate. This is now you're in the king's court. You understand? I hold the cards now, so I control the situation, not you. I have all the power here, not you. So it's either 50 grand or nothing. 50 grand, or I'm
You
not
already
going to
gave
be
a
on your
counter
show.
offer,
But I
brother.
do have another offer for you.
Okay, this is the counter offer. So Keem can't do one, but the king can do his own counter offer. It's trying to keep
You appear
up.
here on my Level 1 podcast.
Okay,
for
that's
free.
not happening. That's not happening.
You don't have to pay to be on my show. You can be a guest on my show. And we'll have a conversation live.
Well, that might happen.
What do you think about that?
Keem might be interested in that, to be honest.
Now, here's the thing. In order to actually have that happen, Keemstar would actually have to find a way to lower himself to my level on level 1.
That's
Because
tough.
usually what he does is he'll go on his Twitter and he'll scream and be like, blah, 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 blah. I'm not going to be following you on Twitter. I'm not going to, if you actually literally go on Twitter right now and say, I accept, I don't give a fuck. You actually have to contact me like a man, like a business transaction, which is what this
Brother,
should be.
you just
Not
read comments
screaming
from his
like a
last
child
tweet,
on Twitter
brother.
and acting like an immature child. I want you to actually like contact me via a method that makes sense. It exists. I have email.
Send a letter.
Right?
Send a letter.
Twitter. I do have a Twitter account. You're blocked on there. All right. So what I will do now, just to show good faith. The wrong
All right,
mouse.
well, get
to
ready
show
for
good
the
faith.
Keemstar
I'll go and
video.
I'll unblock Keemstar on Twitter. So if he actually wants to send me a DM about appearing on this show, all right, we can talk about it. And by the way, I'm just going to tell everyone, I'm not guaranteeing that this is going to happen. This is, could just, you know this guy and his behavior. You know I don't like him. So very well, this could just fall apart immediately and never happen. And that's okay if it does.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not expecting anything out of this. All right. But, you want me on your show, you got to pay the king's taxes. It's just that simple. All right. So 50 grand and I'll be on your show for 2 hours. Or we could talk about you appearing on my show, the King's Court. You're going to have to lower yourself down to level 1 if you actually want to have a real conversation.
That's a lot of levels. So I'm not sure he's going to be interested in that. He
I don't
will.
care. If you do, I'm going to ignore you. Don't make any counter offers. I'm going to ignore them. It's my way or the highway, bro. So let's hear what you have to say about it.
All right. So that's not happening then. Very cool king, though. My favorite part of this.
We have one more time.
My favorite part of this was reading, reading Keem's Twitter video, reading all the comments, and now he's saying, "I'm gonna ignore all the videos." You did the opposite of ignoring his last video. Why start now?
Stop it for today. I saved the worst for last. That's for sure. By the way, guys, over 700 viewers, 290 likes. Let's get some, please. Let's get some support going. Like I said, I want to hit at least my tier 2 tips goal by the end of the stream. We haven't had a tip in like an hour. Let's get a tip going. Let's get that $100. All right. Shout out to Some Kind of Taco, who did a super chat and said, so many YouTubers have come and gone, yet the king, despite having so many people against him for over a decade, has remained. May he stay blessed.
Big ups,
All
DSP
right?
Flag it.
And thank you also, Don McLean, for another super chat. Keem looking like Kevin Nash at the summer of '92 right now.
Philip? You know
There
that
you go.
reference,
Thank you,
right?
Don. Let's get pretty interesting because, ladies and gentlemen, I have a new segment to introduce to the show today.
All right, this is going to be...
Ladies and gentlemen,
you thought that was cringe.
I would like
Get ready for this.
to introduce a segment to the show. And the name of this segment is going to be called Playing with Duty. You
have a
know,
graphic?
some people like to. Some people, they choose to play with duty. They poke it, they feel it up, they spend time with it, they talk to it. Some people interact with duty. I don't know if you're aware of this. I mean, I have evidence of it right here. Here's a bunch of people who like to play with duty. All right? So today we'll play with duty.
This is hilarious,
All
man.
right? You wonder
This
why am I
joke
bringing this up?
never gets old, does
Because
it?
my detractors are so dumb. All right? They actually don't understand.
You're talking about one
that,
person.
like, they literally dance like puppets on strings. Whenever I say or do something, they can't resist reacting to it. You understand? They can't. They literally can't resist taking the bait. Almost every single time that I've attempted to do something where there's bait to be taken, they take it.
Philip, I'm not sure you're... I'm not sure you're the right person to talk about avoiding bait, sir.
And then I just ignore the situation and it all just resolves itself. In
Yeah,
this
you're
case, like
really
I said,
ignoring it.
I'm never going to have to actively go after anyone because in time, what's going to happen is they're all just going to unravel themselves. Do you understand?
I'm unraveling
like what
right
happened
now.
with Review Tech USA? I just sat there and took his abuse for a good 10 years, and now look what's happening to the man.
You tried to be friends with him, actually? Just to be clear, you tried to be friends with him?
So what we have here is a video that Dewie released yesterday called Debunking DSP's Lies About... Well, actually, it's not even DSP's lies, which would be proper grammar. It's debunking DSP lies.
That still makes sense.
About ad revenue and views. Dewie brings receipts. Okay, so to clarify, Dewie is actually one of my detractors.
Why did you say it like
he's
that?
One of the more
I really
recent
don't get
ones.
that.
I think he's only been doing it for, a couple of years. But he's been successful at it. He's one of these guys, he takes my content, he chops it up, he edits it for these digestible videos that are basically crapping on me. All right? And he presents it in a way that's very disingenuous. Right?
No,
Sometimes he even makes these arguments of things that I've never even said or attempted to do in my content. He just makes shit up because he wants to have a video for the day. So often he'll have 2-3 videos in a day.
Similar to you.
That he puts out. And it's like maybe one of them has some substance and the other 2 are just so ludicrously bad.
He's not hitting your numbers.
His viewers are so mentally stunted that they think that what he says and does is either true or, like meaningful. I mean, look at this guy. He is so pathetic. He actually tags my own names in his content so that on YouTube, when you search for DSP, you get his shitty video instead of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Like, I mean, that's pretty pathetic. He can't even get a view on his own. So he actually has to use my name in the title.
That's the topic of the video, sir.
Every piece of content that Dewie puts out is DSP. It's not Dewie, it's DSP.
Of the
That's why
video,
people are
sir.
watching. You understand?
If I make a video about Renton, Washington, should I put my name in there or should I put Renton, Washington?
Now, in this video, we're not going to watch it. It's 18 minutes long. It's hilarious. But I'm not going to waste 18 minutes of my time on this turd. But I just want to show you, basically, his entire setup is making fun of memes about me. 1651, which is a meme that supposedly I spent 1651 on a mobile game. I have 2 big bills coming up.
Thank you, Mr. Matt.
I guess that's supposed to be something I said at one point, which I believe I did. I don't know why Fallout is the border.
It's a border, brother.
I mean, he's literally got a picture of my ex, who I've not had any association with. I broke up with her over 7 years ago.
Who broke up with who?
7 years.
Who broke up with who,
She has not been
Philip?
a part of my content, nor have I brought her up or mentioned her.
Philip?
He's got a picture of my ex in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen.
Philip.
I would like you to think about that for a moment.
She's still waiting for her pill, Philip.
In addition, what you see right there, this right here, here's my cursor. This right here, okay, I guess is supposed to be the avatar that he speaks from. Let me just test that.
Your boy Dewie back again with another video. That's right.
Yeah,
so
who do you think that is, Phil?
That's the avatar he's speaking from. Now, if you notice,
yeah, who's that supposed to be?
Seems to have my hairstyle, seems to have my facial hair, right? Like, I guess that's supposed to be a representation of me, a pig in the Fallout Vault Dweller costume.
You think?
Correct? Is that what that's supposed to be?
Oh, you just getting
Is that supposed to be representative of me?
Yeah,
now I have a question.
Might be.
All right?
I'm not sure, though.
I'd like you to look at that. Are we looking at that? Now, I'd like you to look at me.
Dude, are you serious?
Me.
Are you serious?
200-pound Darkside Phil.
Brother.
Right?
This is not
Which
the way,
I have
King.
been for like 2 years.
Brother.
Right? Does that look like me? I mean, if you were to argue that's, Wings or Boogie, and that's the meme is that all these lol cows are fat or whatever.
Oh my
That's
God.
literally not even me. It's just, why would I look like that? I'm not a fat pig. Even if you say I'm a pig because of the way I behave on stream, that's one thing. But that's literally not even a joke. Again, these are the detractor memes.
Oh my God.
Is that what they do is they make this collective
I'm
weird
not gonna make
groupthink
it.
idea up, and then they all just regurgitate it over and over, and then they believe it. Like, in the minds of my detractors, and this is not a joke, they actually think I'm grossly overweight. They believe that. They actually think that Darkside Phil is grossly overweight, even though I weigh 200 pounds and I'm just about 6 feet tall. They actually think that. Okay? It's insane, right? And by the way, no, the pig is not about begging. The pig is because I snort because I have post-nasal drip. And on bad days, I have to snort to clear my sinuses or else I cough. That's what the pig meme is. Oh, he snorts on stream or whatever. Right?
As long as you know it.
That's just a brief analyzation, a momentary glimpse into the content that my detractors make. I haven't even talked about the content of the video yet. Because you're going to see this guy auto self-felt himself so fucking badly in this video. It's irreparable damage, but we're going to get to it in a second because I have shout-outs to
Sonic.
do.
Okay,
So first of all, I received a $10 tip.
Okay. Oh my god. Yeah, this is, you know how much content you're
from
giving
Rothgar.
Duty right
I'm
now,
glad
Philip?
to hear that you and the casino aren't on the outs. Not at all. Couldn't be
Not
further
at
from the
all.
truth. Looking forward to
Definitely.
catching Chain
Not
Together
at
tomorrow
all.
with the three of you. Me too. I'm
Hey,
very
Anna.
excited for that. I cannot wait for
cool.
Chain Together tomorrow. I think it's going to be a neat stream, something very different from my normal content that everyone should enjoy. So thank you for that. That was a $10 tip from and my streams and everything I do. Here's a $5 tip from some homeless man. Hello, would you mind if I spare some change for you? Wow. It's happened. I mean, I was joking earlier about the footlong, but a homeless man somehow found a way to have an internet connection, get online, and send me a $5 PayPal tip contribution. Thank you so much to the homeless man.
Yes.
I appreciate that. All right, and then, ladies and gentlemen, I have just received an incredibly generous
There we go.
$75 tip
Whoa.
from Mr. Gape. Now, for the record, Mr. Gape, I can't use that name on my leaderboard.
Why not?
I'll get in trouble on YouTube. I'm going to say Mr. G. $75 from this person. The closest I have there is 50.
The Gape. It's best that guy, this whale, Mr. Gape, can't even get his name on the board.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely official. We have hit a 12 stream streak, and I haven't even booted a game yet. I'm just doing a podcast. I haven't even booted a video game yet, and we have already hit my support goal. The coffers have been filled. The streak continues at 12.
Brother,
Now,
when you beg as hard as you do, it'd be kind of scary if you didn't hit it, right? Before the gameplay started. You can't beg for it like your life depends on it before the podcast ends. And then when it happens, say, the gameplay didn't even start it. I knew it. Yeah, because you begged your ass off to make sure the fucking King's Dens paid it.
now, anything else you guys contribute today, greatly appreciated. It would help a ton. Super chats, memberships, tips, thank you in advance. I will shout you all of those out, I promise you. Okay? And I thank you so much for that. All right? But to hit the goals again is amazing, and I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so very much. Okay. So by the way, he had said basically, you know, down with the detractors, you know, felt them and stuff like that. And I apologize, I deleted the email like an idiot before I read it. But thank you so much, Mr. G, for
$75, deleted your email. I'm not going to the fucking recycle bin. Get fucked. Thanks for the 75, bitch.
putting $75 tip. Also, Vego Karat did a €5 super chat, no, a £5 super chat, and says, Hail King DSP, you're awesome, dude. Watching you makes my day a lot better. Thank you for that.
Big up
And
Jay
then Voltaire
Wusso.
just did a €10 super chat. So these guys have no content. They're making fan fiction by doing dumb edits, and they pretend that they're true.
Bingo.
I mean, it's
That's what I do.
insane. How stuff
Your
is
boy
taken
Duty's
out
out
of
here doing.
Oh, hold on. I'm using the wrong keyboard. It's insane how they take stuff out of context or spin it to mean something it obviously
Nope,
wasn't
just
intended
clips.
to mean.
Just
and
clips.
then they'll make entire series of videos and clips about it, and then their audience is so dumb and slow that they just eat it up because they don't care about truth. They just care about drama. They're there literally just to make fun of someone. They don't care if it hurts someone or if it defames someone or their business or their family. All they
Thank you,
care about
DSP
is
Flag
personal
it.
gain.
Correct.
Okay? And it's sad because it does hurt myself and my family and my business, and I can't really defend myself against it because I'm not going to waste time talking about it. But
Definitely.
anyway, the funny part about this video, we're not going to watch it because basically what he does in this video,
Okay.
Duty this is,
Yes.
he basically goes into his actual like analytics on YouTube,
Yeah.
and he shows this screen, okay? And I wish that he would have zoomed in more. I know it's hard to see.
you can
I
do
can't
that.
blow it up any more than this on my
You
PC, so I
can
apologize for
actually,
that.
but-
Actually, wait a minute. Yes, I can. Hold on a second here. hold on one second.
You actually
I'm
literally
a professional.
can.
We could just do this.
Now you're
But now it's going to
professional.
be hard. Now I'll be able to do it.
I thought you were professional.
As you can see, what he's showing here is his channel analytics. And you might wonder, why would Dewie be showing his channel analytics?
Mhm.
All right. Well, he's showing them because basically in a recent video, I said the following, or I'll paraphrase. I said, my detractors are seething. They're losers because they are angry that I'm successful, that now I have a second wind and everyone is liking my content and coming to check me out, and that I'm popular again. They can't handle that, right? They depend on me basically being a loser to make their content, and so they're very upset. And I even went as far to say, listen, these people are losers.
Look
The
at that.
videos they put out get a few thousand views a day when they put them out, okay? They're not getting hundreds of thousands of views on these videos. The thing is they put out a bunch of them, so the videos add
Some
up
people are.
in viewership, right?
What about
basically
It's a
I said,
Gundam? He
they're
does.
not making a ton of views or whatever on this stuff. And in addition to that, it's ad revenue versus other. My revenue is based on both ad revenue, but also I have super chats, I have memberships, I have tips. Those are my goals for the day, and I get the ad revenue on top of it as well. These guys, a lot of them are just basing it on ad revenue, and I kind of said, they're only hating on me for money, for the little that they're making, and it's going to turn around. Like basically, it's all going to turn around because now I'm getting my second wind and people like me again. All right, so I said things like this on my stream. So what he does is he turns this into an 18-minute special video where he says, I have to debunk DSP's lies about ad revenue and views. He goes on to say that, look at my channel. So I brought in 1.2 million views on my Dewie Streams channel in July. Okay.
Correct.
And that resulted in $5,036.96 in ad revenue for me because I'm a partner on YouTube. So literally him making these awful, factually untrue, unhinged, deplorable videos about me is making this man $5,000 a month.
Where are we going with this? I don't know.
Wow. I'm sure many of you
I
were
make
shocked,
more?
right?
Is that where we're going? Is that
when
where we're going?
You see that, you're like,
are we going? I mean, sorry to pause, but are we going to with I make more than that? Is that what we're going to end up with, or I don't know what we're doing here?
Did you really think that it was going to be that profitable? Right? It's pretty insane when you think about it, right?
So that doesn't seem
I'll
like
be very honest with you guys.
a good idea, King.
I don't get that many views a month.
No,
In
you
an
don't get
average
close
month,
to that.
This channel probably brings in 600K views these
Nope,
days.
that's not even true.
Some months we spike. When we have a busy month with games, I'll get 700, 800K views. I rarely...
Philip hasn't had 700K views in 2 years. So just for the record there. Thanks, Philip, for the insane retcon. Philip averages about 500,000 views in the last few months.
All right. Thank you for re-upping your
Hit a
membership.
million.
I couldn't even tell you the last time I had 1 million views. It's probably been years.
Uh,
So I want you to think about
yes.
this. A person who is literally, all right, literally shitting on me all day, making shit up, defaming and slandering me, is making $5,000 a month doing it. All right. And he's also getting more views than me. Well, the first thing that I want to say is I'll acknowledge this. He's getting more views than me. And he's making $5,000 a month on ad revenue. Now, by the way, he outright made a point. He says, I just want you guys to know in the month of July, I did not live stream. So there is no super chats included in this. That revenue total is solely based on ad revenue. That's what he said. Now, I don't know if he has memberships because memberships also would be involved there. And if he has memberships, he didn't factor that in.
Yeah, so this is just
for
ad
a
revenue.
channel that's bringing in 1 million views a month, you would think he has members that are paying, correct?
Yes. What are we doing with this? What are we
so
doing?
that should be part of it, but he fails to mention that in the video. So I can't say if there's members in there or not. But he's bragging. He's bragging, saying, look, I brought in this many views. I didn't even stream. This doesn't even include super chats. So his argument is that when I say things like, oh, well, you see, YouTube ad revenue isn't that good, you can't really make a living on it. Well, look at this, Phil. I'm bringing in $5,000 a month on ad revenue, so you're a liar. You could definitely make a living on it.
Yeah.
Well,
so
first of all, Dewie, like I said, I bring in around 600K, which is about half of what you brought in July. So my ad revenue would be about half of that. You understand that, right?
So now we're
yeah, if you're
flexing?
bringing in the amount of views that I'm kind of bringing in, you can't make a living on that.
He's
right?
making
I'm
double.
speaking from
Instead, he's doing double what you are doing, but go ahead.
experience. That ad revenue has plummeted. There was a time when I could bring in 1 million views a month and I would be making like $8K a month on ad revenue. You understand
Many
that?
years
That
ago,
was
sir.
before the adpocalypse. The adpocalypse changed all of that. And that's the point that I've been making is so many people had to change the way that they made content, me included.
That was
I have to
years
now get
ago,
Super Chats,
Philip, but
tips.
okay.
And by the way, I got a generous tip. I promise you I will shout this out. I just don't want to lose my train of thought. So his point that, oh, well, Phil always says you can't make a living on ad revenue alone. He's lying. All right. Is valid if you're him. All right. But there is a point that I need to make.
Yeah.
You know, he made 1.2 million views in July, and literally every one of those views is my view. Like, you understand.
That's not true.
Correct?
That's not true.
Dude, I just have to appeal for a second. You understand that those are my views.
No, that
because
is
your
incorrect.
content is titled Debunking DSP Lies. Your content is literally tagged #DSP, #DSP Gaming.
That's what the video is about.
DSP Throwback.
Okay,
People
correct.
are searching for me, and then they find you. You've gamed the system to show up in search first.
What the fuck?
But those are
What
my
are
viewers.
we?
You
What
get that,
planet
right?
is
I mean, even
this?
guys like Kino Casino, who are watching clips and stuff, they're watching your clips because you're what comes up in search first, because you gamed the system. You didn't come up out of nowhere. People really like your charismatic personality, and that's how you won over viewers.
Are we going to talk
You
about
won
Kino
them
Casino
over
watching other
on
clips,
my
other
back.
videos too, or no?
You understand that?
Okay.
Every single view you have on your channel is my view. Now, I don't get paid for those views. You do, because you're a scumbag, and you
What?
monetize slander, defamation, and hate. But those are my viewers. So I make 600K viewers in a month, but then I also have your 1.2 million views. So I
No, you
actually make
don't.
2 million views in a month.
No, you don't.
I mean, we could do this with many different channels. We could go to each detractor's channel where literally
please.
the only content they're getting is off of me.
Please bring
And we
up
can keep
us.
adding
That
on
being
to the
said,
views of
we
my
want to hear
channel.
it.
You know
For
what
the-
I'm saying? Like, we can continuously do this.
We need
and
the
stack it up.
promotion. Please
Now,
promote us.
The very funny part
Damn it.
about all this is if I were to stop making content, you know how many views Duty would have? 0.
He can move on to
He
something
would have
else.
0 views.
Next
Because the
lol
only
cow.
reason anyone watches his content is me. Whether you like me or you hate me, undoubtedly, the only reason anyone tuned into Duty streams is because of Darkside Phil. And the moment that DSP is gone, you're gone. You're nothing. You're a parasite.
That's not
Eating
true,
off
but okay.
of me.
Eating off
You
of me.
understand that. There's no value to you or your existence on YouTube. You're just another symptom of a broken system that only factors in the law, but not morality. If there was a morality system on YouTube, your ass would have been wiped and flushed fucking the moment you made your first video. But YouTube is an immoral system that doesn't care and allows
Immoral.
people to monetize hate, and that's the only reason you haven't
Monetize hate. When you and the Kino boys were watching Review Tech USA, was that monetizing hate? I'm just not sure.
any pertinence on this website.
Okay.
Okay.
Just want to be
Now,
clear
continuing
there.
on, the funny part is with all of this.
Oh, here's the funny part.
This isn't
Finally.
even the self-felt part that I'm talking about yet.
Okay.
The self-felt here is that for those of you who don't know, Duty has outright said over and over and over that he only does this channel because it's fun. He doesn't
Yeah.
need the money.
He does other
said
stuff.
This is not him making fun of Darkside Phil for financial gain. In fact, that's not a stake in it. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
For him,
He's admitting
he's
it.
doing it on principle as a hobby for fun. You know what I'm saying? Like he said this over and over in his own content. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
But he makes $5,000 a month on a slow month without super chats.
Why not?
You really honestly want me to believe he's not making content about me because he wants to make money.
I don't think he
He
gives a
said
shit
this
if you
before.
believe it or
He's
not.
outright said this. As they say,
Okay.
press X to doubt. The man who makes $5,000 on a slow month, if that were every month, he makes $60,000 a year, but likely more because he also has super chats and other things coming in. So he probably makes 80 grand a year shitting on me.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. But
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to believe he does it for money. All right. Well, Duty, you just made the biggest mistake of your life. You want to know why? Because now you've been exposed. We all know what you supposedly make, but you claim you don't need it, right? So, since you're not a hypocrite, since you're better than me, demonetize your channel immediately. this very moment that you're watching this, because I know you're watching it, disable all advertisements and kick yourself out of the partner program right now.
What the
Because if you don't,
fuck?
you're a fucking liar.
Yes.
You're a degenerate hypocrite. And everything you've said and done
My sister's
is
face is
worthless.
beautiful.
So
I don't want to speak for Duty. I don't think he gives a fuck about what you think about his shit. So
degenerate hypocrite. And everything you've said and done is worthless. So here's the thing.
I'm good,
I
fam.
make
Nah,
a
I'm
living on
good.
YouTube. I've outright told you guys I need monetization. I need support. This is how I make my living. I pay my bills.
Nah,
how I support my
I'm good,
family.
fam.
This is my job.
That's
yes,
your answer,
I need the
Duty.
support.
Say that.
Okay?
Nah, I'm good.
I'm not lying about it. I do it for fun. I actually did YouTube for 2.5 years before you could even monetize gameplay
12
videos.
years ago,
And if
brother.
I were to become rich, like let's say I won the
Dinosaurs
lotto,
were around.
I would continue to stream, but I would absolutely not monetize my content. Okay? Because I wouldn't need to. If I run the lotto, I don't need any more income for the rest of my life. All right? You're saying you're affluent. You're good. You're set. You're good to go. You don't need the income. You're doing it for fun to make fun of me. You will demonetize your content immediately right now. Turn off all monetization on Duty Stream this very moment, or you are the world's biggest lying fucking hypocrite. And there is absolutely, positively no way you can spin that in another way. You self-felted yourself when you showed your analytics. You incredible brainless dunce. Why would you do that? Did you not think that this was going to blow up in your face?
How?
You're so
What?
stupid. And this is what I mean. I don't have to lift a finger. He did it to himself.
What?
I literally didn't have to lift a finger. All right,
okay.
well, actually, now let me get this back to normal size.
Okay. I've heard of some crazy shit in my day, but
we
holy
go.
fuck, fam. Dude.
Folks,
What?
it's been a heck of a show. And I appreciate you all hanging out with me for all these segments. I hope you enjoyed it. Now I can't get it to center, which is bad. There we go. I know it was not my normal format of show, right? It was very different. But I hope you enjoyed it. I had quite a lot to say. I just want you to understand that literally not one of my shows will be like this in the future. Like, not every show is going to be this. It's just so much stuff just happened together at once that I absolutely felt the need
Right.
to do all this together. All right? And I hope that you guys, understand what's going on.
I don't.
All right.
I don't. No, I don't think they do. I don't. Certainly I don't. Quick pull. Hang on.
Okay. So,
Quick pull. Hold on. Ooh,
thank you for watching.
Undertaker.
Now I have to do a lot of shout-outs because many of you just contributed during that segment. You know what was the funny part? Someone in chat just said,
Big up
well,
Steve
Duty
Flaggett.
usually says that if you would demonetize all your content, he'll demonetize
Yes.
mine. This
Yes.
is my job. This is my living. It's also my passion.
Your
but
choice,
it's also
brother.
my job. No one's going to
Your
lie here and be
call.
like, yeah, I don't make money doing this. Yes, I do.
That's your choice.
That's why I have to work 6 days a week, because it's my job. You do it 6 days a week because you like it.
Uh-huh.
You actually dislike me so much that you're just hate watching and making
Fun hobby,
toxic
dude.
content 6 days a week.
It gets paid.
All right?
Good.
But you do because you like it, not because you're making $60,000 to $80,000 a year. Duty, you're a liar. It's time to flush the Duty, folks. I mean, you could go play with
Who
Duty
gives
if you
a
want.
shit?
You could go play with Duty as much as you want, right? But the bottom line is he is not going to demonetize his channel. He is a liar. He is a filthy, dirty fucking
would he?
liar, and will never do that. He's doing it for profits, or else he would demonetize his channel immediately. And people are telling me, looks like it's still monetized.
Yeah. You know what's better than not getting money is getting money. So.
And by the way, just so you guys know, I do not condone anyone taking any action against Duty. I don't want anyone doing anything mean, toxic, or bad to him whatsoever. As I said, the difference here when I do this kind of content is that I don't wish anyone harm. I do not want anyone trolling this man. I don't want anyone doing anything to him. Let him self-implode, because he will. He already has. And of course, undoubtedly, he's going to make more content based on this that's just going to dig him deeper. In fact, I'll even say this. Every single piece of content that he now makes about me is literally him just digging the hole deeper, because he's
What
admitting
hole?
he needs to keep making it. He needs to keep making the money.
No,
because
he
it's
just
still
wants to.
monetized.
He wants
Okay?
to. It's a choice he makes.
There you go.
which he
Period.
would be dumb to
All
make
right?
any other choice.
Anyway, so that's that for that. And by the way, one other thing, do not do any toxic actions towards this man's channel or anything like that. I don't condone that, because now, you know, what happens is people are idiots and they run out there and they try to do messed up stuff. Do not do that whatsoever. All right? He is making content within the rights of YouTube. YouTube says the content's allowable. It's allowable. I don't agree with the content. I think it's insanely painful, toxic, and shouldn't exist, but he can do it, right? So there's nothing I can do about that. Do not pay attention to the duty. The worst thing you could do is to jump in the toilet and play with the duty. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, you just played with it for 30 minutes.
Is to ignore the duty. It smells, and we want it flushed. The problem is there's so many other turds jumping in the bowl with him, it's clogged and it won't flush. The less people that jump in with duty, the better, because eventually, when it dwindles and goes down and down and down, and people stop paying attention to duty and playing with duty, we'll be able to flush it. And it'll happen naturally, trust me.
Okay, after you finish playing with duty for 30 minutes.
Ladies and gentlemen, shoutouts. I didn't mean to make this full screen. I received a super chat from Cincinnati Harry. Next goal, we got to get King DSP on Joe Rogan show.
Yeah,
I don't think that will ever happen, but thank you for the super chat.
He's saying there's a possibility.
super chat. Duty has a monetary interest in lying about Phil. You cannot trust this guy. He's a scammer.
What is Duty lying about? He's not lying about anything. Duty told you what he's doing, legitimately. I don't do it for money. I just do it for fun. And that's the beginning and end of it.
And Eric just did a $5 Canadian super chat. Can you just copyright strike it?
I can do it.
Big ups, Evil AJ. Legend. I'll read everything at the end. We're getting towards the end here. I will read everything at the end. It's amazing. Big up, Scumbag Josh.
And Eric just did a $5 Canadian super chat. Can you just copyright strike him? No, you cannot. There's no grounds to copyright strike someone on YouTube for that.
Yes.
YouTube actually considers it fair use.
Correct.
So you cannot copyright strike. It would be a gross abuse of the copyright system, and I'm not going to do that. I refuse. I've had that done to me, and it's really messed up, and no one should be abusing YouTube's copyright system whatsoever. It's really messed up thing, and I do not condone it whatsoever, okay? So don't do that. I don't want anyone, like I said, I don't want anyone taking any kind of a action against the man, all right? And I appreciate you guys who respect that wish. If you do go and do something, it has nothing to do with me. I disown it. I completely condemn it. Do not take any actions against him, all right? We're better than that. You understand? We are. We are better
yeah,
than
we're
him.
better than that.
We don't need to do anything to hurt that guy. He's going to destroy himself.
How?
It's a matter of time.
What?
Okay.
What? Okay, whatever. Yeah, 1 + 1 is 5, Phil.
Dumb bitch. What a
My
dumb
RGBs
bitch.
have malfunctioned, and I don't know how to get them to reset. Oh, I just got them to reset. Never mind. Good. My RGBs had a malfunction. It happens sometimes. Okay, that's what I was doing. All right. Let's see here. I received an insanely generous $100 tip from Bohi Pants, who says, enjoying your stream. Hail to the king. Thank you so much, Bohi Pants. Wow. $100 tip. Holy crap, yes, that blows the king's coffers apart. If I can find the $100 tip animation, there it is. I couldn't find it. Time for a celebratory dance.
I gotta get that dance added in.
Be sure to tractors when you clip the show to show my tips total there below because I felted you. Oh, you stupid fucks, I just felted you.
So you, man, I have some openings of properties ready for sale in someone's head. If anyone's interested, let me know. Beautiful beachfront properties in someone's head, rent free. Actually, you do not have to pay for rent, so enjoy it.
Oh my god. Good lord, these people are dumb. People, oh, you guys want the light show? People are saying all right, I'm gonna forewarn everyone. I'm gonna do a very quick, like 10-second light show for celebration. But some people are saying it actually triggers them, like it's like a strobing lights. So if you have like epilepsy or problems, please look away for the next 10 seconds. Thank you also very much for your support this morning on the Level 1 podcast. Ginormous celebratory contributions all around. What a show. I told you it would be my biggest show ever, and indeed, I believe it has been. We've never had this many viewers before. This level of support is absolutely outstanding.
The most insane.
Thank you all so very much.
Definitely the most
Please
insane.
Look away
I'll
again.
tell you
I don't want this
that.
to bother anybody's eyes, but I swear I will turn it back to normal in just a second.
Oh yeah,
Once
we
I
are
find the leaderboard and
definitely
update it.
enjoying.
This is Bohi Pans with the biggest tip of the day.
It's Sunday.
We're up
Sunday,
to
Bino.
$250 in tips and climbing, and I haven't even booted the game
When you
yet. 12 streams in a row that we have crushed the goals. Thank you all. All right, let me go back to normal now because it's probably going to...
After you beg that hard for the dents to pay up before the game starts, you can't then flex at that you hit it before the game starts when you beg that hard, brother. Come on.
Bother some people.
It's not really organic that way. But anyways, tell us about how Duty's felting
here.
himself again.
Very good.
Or putting up
Okay.
videos. I like that
It's more
storyline
yellow. I
better.
want more oranges. There we go. To match. There we go. Beautiful. All right. What a show, folks. So, some more shout-outs. Garrity did a super chat. And he says, do you want to do every side quest and face every boss in Wukong? Or are you just going to go? There's like simple as a door. There was a door. The event Van done. I might find her just did a my knowledge that's it's with copyrighted material claim. Like add an ad in his video that is using your material. Like the other people do with copyrighted material. Wings does it. Enjoy the $2.
Oh.
To my knowledge, it's fake. That's not real.
Transformative work.
The only way that you can claim content is through like a major partnership company or network.
Correct. That's wrong too, but okay. Just say stuff, Phil.
So, for example, when I was at Machinima many moons ago, as a partner network, they had the ability on YouTube to claim other people's content. If I was uploading content under their umbrella, they were considered the parent company network, and they could claim videos. Okay. I have no ability to do that, to my knowledge. All I have is a copyright tool that I can copyright strike people. That's it. I don't have another tool to do anything else besides that. So anyone who's saying that, I don't know where the hell they got this magic tool to ad claim other people's videos. I don't have that ability, and I've been around for 16 years. You know, DSP Gaming has been around since 2010, so 14 years. I never got it. So, you know, I don't know. Maybe there is a way to do it. I have no clue how you would do that. I don't know. You know, when my videos get claimed, they get actually claimed by like a net, whatever. It is Wings under a partner contract with someone, and they're claiming stuff on his behalf. I have no idea. You would have to talk to Wings, but I have no ability to do that. Okay. So thank you for that. And Double M says you really need a soundboard for stuff. I would like to get one eventually. I do have a stream deck, but it does not work with my current capture streaming PC, which is over 10 years outdated.
You don't need a capture card to use a stream deck. I do not have a capture card, and I have a stream deck. If you have a computer, you can use a stream deck.
I need to get a newer one that has like current Windows, and my wife has that. She has a Windows 10 PC that I can even upgrade to Windows 11 if I want, but I haven't had a chance to do the migration. Like I was supposed to migrate first week of August to her PC, and then all this crazy shit started happening. People donated a camera. People donated a gaming PC. I went on Kino Casino. That blew up. Then I started doing all these games and new content. Then all of a sudden I'm doing a co-op react with those guys. Everything's blowing up. And for me, it's wow. You know, I don't have time right now. I can't. I'm so busy right now with content every day I'm putting out. I just don't have time to actually do anything like that. You know, that's something that will take like a couple days of me migrating data over and getting everything configured and set up.
It would
so
take
eventually I will probably have a soundboard program that I could do off of like my Stream Deck. But right now I can't do it. Okay.
He'd be pumping that thing worse than Review Tech once he gets one. You can believe that. He'd be with like his own quotes, by the way, too, you know?
If you guys are enjoying the stream. All right. Anything else you guys would like to chat? We're already late. We already went over time.
Yeah, we did. We got to stop. I got to be out in 14 minutes.
And we should get to gameplay. Fair enough. And by the way, just so you know how my life works, I don't interrupt my schedule or stream or gameplay for anything. So, like, for example, if Keemstar were to DM me today and say something, I'm not going to read it now.
Wishful thinking, brother.
Streaming.
Wishful thinking.
Between streams, maybe tonight when I'm done with my workday, then I will sit down and read and see if he had anything to say, and go from there. But, you know, That's it. I do not interrupt my streaming schedule for that kind of shit at all, which is exactly what he was expecting me to do when he was offering me a place on the Loud Cow podcast, which I wanted nothing to do with. You know, maybe I'll look at it later today and we'll see. Maybe not. Maybe I won't even get to it. You know, who knows? All right. So, folks, I think that's it.
Right.
Let's end the show.
It's so not important that you made sure to bring it up again, though. Yes, brother.
Thank you all for the tremendous amount of support.
Definitely.
We got memberships. We got gifted members. We've got super chats. We got over 300 likes and still climbing.
All right, real quick poll. Are we going to say duty again before the stream ends? I'm just smashing yes, but how are we going to say the duty?
And, of course, exceeding the tips goal, crushing it again. What a shocking surprise. But again, I'll just say this. Do not expect every single podcast to be like this. Today was a special case where we had like so much shit going on at once that I was like, I'll do it. I fully expect tomorrow will be a much more calm podcast.
I doubt it. If Keemstar responds, it will not be.
Is it really the level 1 podcast anymore? Aren't you at level 2 by now? I could be. Easily I could be above level 1. The thing is, I don't want to be. I love being here. This is a great place to be firmly with your 2 feet on the ground, being a realist, being a normal person with an awesome audience, instead of having these aspirations of being high and mighty up at level 1 zillion, and I'm going to be some kind of a rich and famous e-celebrity. I don't give 2 shits about any of that. All right?
Definitely.
Thank you, Funky Monk, for a super chat. He says, will you buy Warhammer and Star Wars? I guess people told me Star Wars right now. I'm going to play all these games. Stuff I'm doing with Kino Casino, and my documentary is coming out likely by the end of this month or early September. So I don't know how I can keep adding games to the rotation. We'll have to see when it comes out what I'm doing. Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you so very much. I really appreciate you all. What a great show.
Duty mention?
All right? Thanks for watching and attending. Let's end the show for now so I can get to my gameplay.
Duty mention?
And, you know, I'll let you know perhaps if there's any developments over the course of today into tomorrow. But I don't really expect any, just being honest. Like, I think maybe tomorrow, if I do hear from anyone or anything, I'll talk about it on my show tomorrow. All right? I'm not going to be interrupting my normally scheduled business with silly nonsense and drama. Okay? All right? Thank you guys very, very much. I will see you Saturday.
Just a little beyond the breaking point.
All right.
I do not want to interrupt my show with silly nonsense and drama. The entire show, according to his own description of said show, was silly drama and nonsense.
Very much. I will see you Saturday. All right. Well, clipping these moments is going to be quite interesting later, is it not?
No, it's pretty easy, actually.
Wow. All right. So, folks, that was good. Thank you so much for being here and supporting and chilling. Biggest podcast I've ever done by far for live viewers anyway. I don't know, how much content I'll actually split out of that, the clips and the like. I'll probably, at the very least, I'll probably do the Keemstar clip and the Duty clip. Everything else, the Kino Casino stuff, you're going to hear about anyway. And the Mudahar thing is kind of a moot point. You don't really need to clip that, I don't think. But I think the other two are going to be the big clips for the day that I'll break out later. Okay?
As usual.
Okay, so we're going to start with Wukong.
Any break?
Any of you guys
don't even have to take a piss
who
now.
Stick around and chill with me, thank you so much. I appreciate you hanging out as I play more Wukong today. It's going to be great. And, oh, you know what I got to do? I got to change my animations now because we're not on the Level 1 podcast anymore. We're now going to be playing Black. Sweet.
You got to change those animations that are about 4 pixels bit
here.
large. 4 by 4. Here we go.
All right. Good morning, Stoic. How are you? Jade, I know you're going to be in or out. You'll just chat. You're not too interested in the game. I got it.
Definitely.
All right. So real fast, if you guys don't mind, okay.
Quick bathroom.
I am going to use the restroom, wash my hands, So let's actually do a little bit of funny clips for you guys. I accidentally closed it. Oh.
I want to see the top 10. I want to see the top 10 racist moments. Why can't we play that one? That's better.
I totally hit pause.
Better than this.
And it skipped. Well, that sucks. Dude, I totally hit.
Let's check the instant replay, please. You see what he did? So the instant replay, this is a very dented instant replay. He clicked go back. So look, he pushed play and then it added a go back button because he got to a next video and then he clicked go back.
Dude, I totally hit pause.
Let me see. Yeah, the go back video showed up at the last second, and he clicked that.
Dude, I totally hit pause.
No, you hit go back.
And it skipped.
You hit go back,
well,
actually.
That sucks. Hold on. Can we go all the way
YouTube
back?
felt it.
Yeah, I wanted that. How do I... What is this bullshit? There we go. This thing is freaking weird. All
You're
right,
not gonna full screen it, or...
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Thank God
so
for
we're
that.
gonna play some funny clips for you guys while I'm using the restroom.
These are hilarious.
Then I'll be right back, and we're gonna play Black Myth Wukong for about like 2.5, 3 hours. Okay, guys. All right. Thank you so very much, and I'll be right back.
Like checking something.
This is a relatively new thing, like 1 week, I think.
What the hell?
Other days, it doesn't work at all. Like today, it's failing.
I don't have time for this.
In action at E3, we decided that it didn't even end. Has actually failed again.
What?
All right, sorry about that. By the way, my RGB has actually failed again. Something about, I guess this one, it overloads at some point. This is so weird. Usually
He still
my RGB
leaves the empty chair there, yes.
It's fine, it works all day, and my
Beautiful.
RGB has malfunctioned again. So I'm just going to restart it and pick a different one for the day. I'm guessing it's this particular RGB lighting setup I was trying to do that doesn't work. It's weird. Okay, let me try this again. Weird. What happened? I closed it. It didn't. It's still open. What the hell is going on?
Okay,
This is not
I
gonna
don't got
work.
time
We're
for
all
this.
gonna be screwed up now.
I don't got time for,
I hit this.
tech side Phil struggling with things
Yep,
that
it just
elementary
turns
school
off.
people can figure out,
Yeah.
as you
I
understand.
don't know. I'm still new with this RGB stuff.
Yeah,
I
it's
really
tough,
like it.
tough technology.
But at the same time, it definitely leaves something to be desired.
Tough. It's definitely tough.
When it comes
Desire.
to like stability. Some days the RGB stuff literally works all day with no problems whatsoever.
It's tough
And then
technology.
Other days it doesn't work at all. Like today, it's failing. It's just crashing constantly.
Jesus.
I think it was the certain one.
Check
I
out the
picked.
big balls on Phil showing that task manager. He's showing a lot of that desktop. He's gonna slip up one day. You just know it.
It was supposed to be like a looks like lava or something.
Lava. Lava.
And I don't really know how it works. Are you supposed to reset it? I just close it in Task Manager, but it's still malfunctioning. I don't get it. Like, how do I get this to work? I don't know. I just closed it, right? Then I gotta open it again.
Lava.
So it's rebooting.
Do the crooked waves.
Okay, so now that's working on my PC. I don't know if it'll keep working. I'll just pick a different one. I think it was lava I had picked and it wasn't working. So I'll do like
Oh God, John Doe. It happened with Panda. Panda got felted.
I want one that was orangish. But I already kind of did a lot of these. What does Amber look like?
I do not
Amber's
care.
bright,
Okay,
bright
I'm
yellow.
tapping out. I will read all the super chats though. Big ups to everybody for hanging out. Here's the link to Raw Phil if you want to go keep watching this nonsense. I gotta get out of here though. It was definitely. I'm glad I did this one though. I'll tell you that because we got the gold dust levels. It was you've heard of salt mines, but this was a gold dust mine. So there's the link for Raw Phil. I will read the super chats though in chronological style order, of course. That makes most sense. Copeside Phil says he's going to try to gaslight everyone and say he has better views than Duty, but Duty proved he gets double the views Phil does. So not too far off from that. It was a little, and he took a different thing with that. I don't think any of us could have expected the ending there, which was if you really want to be a man or something, was the message. If you want to be a man and not lie, it's like weird. I don't know what the fuck that was. It was very strange how he chose to end that, and it was definitely not the felting he expected. I don't think even Kino, the strongest King supporters, could understand. Like, I want to explain that. Get someone to explain it back to me how that was a felt. I'd love to hear that. I mean, could you explain to me how that was a felt? Anybody? I'd like to hear the feltedness on that one. It's just tough. Copeside Phil says he was really expecting 1,000 viewers for this. Yes, he was. He got to about 800, and now he's down to 533 because, drama ends, the fun ends on DSP streams. You know that. ES says, got here just in time for counting tips with Phil. I did read that one already. Jay Wusso says, the way he says duty is 100% confirmed scat fetish. I agree. Copeside Phil says, Gamescom just happened, but there's no gaming news. This gaming podcast is everything but video games, but he loves games, guys. Yeah, the drama's too hot for him now. He can't ignore it. Camping Dutchman says, say it with your chest. Drama. It's all drama. We're all doing great here. Drama. The best drama you've ever seen. I am the best drama streamer on the internet. Big ups, Camping Dutchman. Copeside Phil says, views have not doubled. They are exactly the same. Yeah, that view thing he's talking about is just 100% a lie. I'll show you. Why not show you? I'll show you a picture of it. His views. Now, it's got to be a little tough here. I got it here. So, I'll show you the last... This much. So it only goes back 2 years here, but I'll show you the views of DSP Gaming. And that, right, you see here, that point you see is 493,000 views. And as you can see, that's his new normal. That's been his normal for a year, if not more, right? And he has had 1 million in the last 3 years, and I think it goes even back farther than that. It's been 4 or 5 years, I believe, since he had 1 million view month. So he tried to kind of make it seem like they were closer, but they're really not close at all. Dewie is comfortably always about 1 million views, and DSP has been on this, downward trajectory for a while. But we'll see how it goes. DSP Flaggett says it is. Let me get this out of here now. DSP Flaggett says it's funny watching him slowly adapting most of the changes from the suggestion box they crapped over for months. Yeah, that's a good video idea actually. Is
Because I bought
showing all those things, showing all the things he said was dumb as shit, but now he does them all. Punisher Zagna says you might as well keep Philip up permanently. I kind of think like Philip is done. Like it feels like the bit's gone when you fucking beg that much. It's not like the fun is gone of that of Philip. I think Philip needs a vacation. We need something else, a more kingly version. Oh, Soho Shuffle in the house, and that reminds me, I have a new card I did not even shout out yet. Say hello from Soho Shuffle, the Ottoman. This is the storage for the hallway, the Ottoman, and I want to direct your attention to the contents of the Ottoman, which are a ripped-up Howard picture, a picture of Leanna. You got to have that. That's definitely in there. We have a Rambo, the other boyfriend. We have the Whale-tailed Gin, which sometimes you got to pick up. And we have the DoorDash. Everything's in there you need for a quick trip to the bathroom. So there we go. Ottoman the storage is now in the pool. Has not been pulled yet, I don't think, so good luck on that one. All right, next up, we have the one, the only, Jasper the Cat saying, if we reach tier 100, I'll get my claws back. Jasper, you're not getting those back. You can't even get blood work, brother. You think you're getting claws back? That's wishful thinking. DSP Flaggett says, why put 50 and 100 if the real goal is 150? I know. Well, that's his, well, like he would say, when people are slow, you try to trick them, right? So, this guy's tip goal is only 50? I could do that. Then it changed to 100. Huh? Okay, well, it's only 100. I'll do that. Huh? 150? It helps. When you have the, as Philip would say, I don't want to say anything offensive. When you're mentally stunted, as Philip would say, I don't want to offend anybody. Mentally stunted. I don't want to say a slur for sure. Mentally stunted people, right? DSP Flaggett says, did Kino Casino publicly apologize for Fat Cat? No, they did not. They did not publicly apologize for anything, I don't believe, outside of the chill, out of the meme kind of, we're sorry, King, we're sorry, King. If that exists, I'd love to see a video, but I have not seen that yet. Joe G says, Phil is really in the Olympic spirit with these mental gymnastics. He loves the mental gymnastics. He's got the gold medal. He's got the Denton medal for that one. ES says, isn't it sad they couldn't find a fourth person about Muda? Yeah, I think no one fits the bill, right? Who would fit the bill that would not want to make fun of Philip, right? Even Mudahar would want to, but if Mudahar knows about Philip, like you want to get a random person in there, it's not as hype, right? You got to get someone that knows about Philip. And that's why they got fucking Null too, because Null doesn't really think highly of detractors right away. So he's kind of the perfect person, right? Because he doesn't like detractors. And he's going to say, like, detractors are crazy. And that's going to be very, very attractive. Excuse me. That's a very attractive proposition to Philip, bro. Excuse me. Detractive proposition to Philip, right? Because they're going to make fun of detractors and keep this wave of positivity. Definitely not an ounce of irony in this. There's not a... There's nothing nefarious going on. It's just everyone, the second cooming of Philip, right? Grimnir says, BPB and Andy are banned from YouTube, right? Shouldn't Phil be punished by YouTube for having them on live ban evasion? I don't know how the rules on that works. You know how YouTube goes, man. They don't... It takes a lot. In some cases, it takes, like, an insane amount to get banned, and then in some cases it takes nothing. It's, you know, consistency of YouTube's actions, but I don't even know if that's a rule, so I'm not the source on that. I go to my YouTube contact, which is Meerkat Mob. I'll ask him. ES says, Josh, you are someone who... Oh, they're not banned. There you go. Thank you, Matt. They're not banned, so there you go. I'll say it again. Josh, you are someone who... Jay Wusso says, is he going to pull a Keffels? I wonder, Jay Wusso. Danny DADK says, it's not going to be good for him. Lolcow is getting milk. Yeah. Listen to the content he gave many people today, right? Duty has got content for 12 videos today. 12. Minimum. That's 12 videos for Duty, if not a new intro. You know what I'm saying? Like... But yeah, we don't care. We're not a part of this. It's not. I'm choosing the beret so it gets out of here. Get out of here. Dismiss. Close poll. And also talk about Lolcow Live podcast. I mean, it's just giving content for everybody, and that's why this arc is so great, because the content coming out of this, the gold dust levels are in level gold. You know what I'm saying? So that's why this is a good arc. And it has an expiration date as well, right? So that makes it even better. J-Dog says, Muda about to go under the bus. That was a prediction. It did not go under the bus. Mudahar, he did slightly get the bus because he said, I don't agree with Mudahar not deleting his Twitter like that. So he did kind of get a mini bus. He got the short bus, which is the only kind that Philip knows, but he did get the short bus. DSP Flaggett says, Phil literally laughed at a Curry joke this month. Correct. He did laugh at that. But remember, guys, he doesn't see color, so don't forget that. He did want to make sure that you knew, though, I think Mudahar is Asian? Indian? I'm not sure. Copeside Phil says, Phil should take a look at what Andy, Triple P have said in the past. He's talking about other people being extreme. He's being a hypocrite as usual. Copeside Phil said in real time here, dude needs to be on TBS. He was before, but yeah, that might be an idea because it's, you know, in the news as he just got felted. I hope he's doing okay. Duty, I hope you're doing okay out there. I know you're felted right now, so I hope you're fine. Jasper the Cat says, Chicky Chang Wang, Charlie Chan, pork fried rice. Thank you, Jasper the Cat. A great streamer once said that. And those are words I live by personally, and I hope you do as well. Chicky Chang Wang, Charlie Chan. I think the correct ending was Chuka Chaka Cha, but either way, it's fine. I understand both versions. Arashi says he's taking her computer. That restricts her access to dissenting voices. Absolutely. But don't remember, you can't dox her. She's undoxable, so don't think about it. DSP Flaggett says, outside of random super chats, he spent like 10 minutes on games over an hour. He wants it to be both ways. Eternal fence sitter. Absolutely. Charlie Choka Chaka Cha. There you go. Thanks, John Denise. That's a better translation. Charlie Chaka Chaka. Well, let me get my highlighter back up. It's tough to remember it. But hang on. Let me get my highlighter up because I want to make sure people know the translation. Well, this is like the Bible. It's been translated many different ways. We have the Dent New Roman, the felted New Roman versions of the Bible, and the current one we do is I'm gonna get I missed it. Charlie Chan, I fucking missed it. Sorry, it went off the screen. What am I supposed to do? Oh, there he goes. Chuka Chuka Chaka Cha. Charlie Chaka Chaka Cha. That's correct. That's the new translation. Very controversial new translation, but we're going with it for now. BLX says, pretend self-aware Phil is the worst. I think it's the best because he says the craziest shit, right? Next up is Scumbag Josh. He says, am I watching Kino Casino right now? What's up with all this drama? It's a drama show. Get used to it, right? It's a drama show now because we are now emblazoned at the second Cooming. Big ups to Fort Worth Rays for busting. Always appreciate a good bust. Jericho says he finally has a story everyone wants to hear and he knows it. Michael Scott style filibustering. Yeah. When he knows people are interested in something, he'll do the exact same shit Michael Scott did. It's amazing. Snorting Cat, big thanks for busting. Always appreciate a good bust. DSP Flag It says, Phil is traveling the internet land, hearing from any of the king's detractive peasants and giving them a chance to grovel for his forgiveness. Joke or not, he's loving the smell of his own farts. Oh, yeah, he's loving it right now. Don't worry. He himself is having a great time right now. So is Scopely. So is DoorDash. Cat's not, unfortunately. But Scopely, DoorDash, and Philip are all having a good time. Copeside Phil said the truth hurts. Yeah, Copeside Phil got some serious airtime today. Big ups, Copeside Phil. Anime Slayer saying, Phil, level 1 is a hurtful meme. during side scrollers. Also, Phil, welcome to the Level 1 podcast. Also, this is totally a drama stream. Hate Vlogs 2.0. Uh-huh. Definitely. Oh, Amazon too. Thank you, Crin Bear. Amazon is eating well this month as well. And yeah, you're right, Anime Slayer. This is level 1 used to be something bad, but now we owned it, and we're still on level 1. And Keem, get your 50K ready, because I will own you next. Or excuse me, felt you next, because I am based. Fats12 says, Black Pill Arc, time for the DBDR collab. DBDR. Who's that? DBDR. DBDR. Lugo? No, it's not Lugo. Venomous Fat Man. No, not Venomous Fat Man. John Rambo and Howard. Fuck. Fats, let me know. BLX says, what if Phil decides to have a baby now? That would be funny. Oh my God, can you imagine? Guys, I've made a decision. It's time to make my prince. Copeside Phil says, he has made it to level 1 of self-awareness. Uh-huh. That's the best part of it. Copeside Phil says, June Doc is okay, but Keem Doc is not okay. Yep, remember? That's what Chatham said himself. Is make it this is rich coming from you, Phil. About that same exact point. Random Poster says, remember when you picked on me, Keem? Well, if you hadn't heard, I'm a king now. Yeah. You feel a little foolish for making fun of me, Keem? As you can see, I'm a king now. Copeside Phil says, it's not working, says a guy who gets 500 viewers. Uh-huh. When the Lolcow Live podcast gets what? 10K? Comfortably? And everyone understands? Everyone with a brain cell understands it's a fucking show? But somehow, there's one person in the world that doesn't understand it's a show? Well, this is the same guy that thought wrestling was real until about 26. I mean, it makes sense. DSP Flaggett says, Phil is calling Keem's bluff, but he has no clue what to do if he says yes.
You chose to broke the law.
Live with the consequences. Absolutely, live with the consequences. Mr. Matt says, he said one time a few weeks ago, people think I say duty in a funny way and it's become a joke to himself only ever since. That's the duty thing. So he's loving it. Lunar Guardian says, thanks, Linda, for raising this loser. Absolutely. Absolutely. Tricorder says, this is the shiniest of gold dust. Big ups. Big ups to you, Tricorder. And this is the shiniest of gold dust. And tomorrow there's more gold dust possible because whatever the fuck that is. And I did confirm with Atlas the Bookkeeper, he will be in the house. So me and Atlas the Bookkeeper will be going the entire stream tomorrow night. So I hope to see you there tomorrow, my friends. Sonic says, don't have a stroke, ALT. We're all dying here. Let's make it to the end. This is the best era of Pigler lore episodes. Yeah, could you imagine? One day, WPIG... Well, maybe the next in line of WPIG, you know, my son WPIG. No, that's scary to think about. But the future WPIGs will be clipping this very stream right here. We're a part of it right now. The past is now. And as I always say, I heard someone very smart say, I wish there was a way to know we're in the good old days before they're gone. And this is the good old days of Cold Dust for us all. Next up to Jay Wusso says, I'm neither seeping or coping. I'm laughing at you. And Jay Wusso talking to Philip on that one. And yes, we are seething, coping, felting, and basing. Absolutely. DSP Flaggett says, Phil has turned his whole personality in the poster child textbook definition of what humanity has created as an offshoot of something meaningful. And I think we all understand that statement. At this point, if you don't, you need help. I'm going to read it one more time. Philip has turned his whole personality into the poster child textbook definition of what humanity has created as an offshoot of something meaningful. He's self-felted himself as detractive. And I think I couldn't put that better myself. That's a campaign slogan, actually. You know? So, think about it. Think about it. Trump and Harris have been real quiet since that dropped. Real quiet. That's why RFK dropped out. No, he might drop out or whatever. Anyways, comment enough American politics. Bullshit. We're not DSP politics. Comments the jiggling. Says, he also can't comprehend duty. Isn't doing this as a job. And he got it at the end, but yeah, like you said, he doesn't want him to do it for money anymore because you're lying if you do. Okay. Sam Babar says, this dented out here saying detractors make all their money spamming videos. How did you get popular back in the day, Phil? Refresh my memory. Yeah, that's what I want to hear. How did you make money again with the... I don't think it was... You made fun of people putting out one video a day and said they didn't work as hard as you because you put out, what, 40 videos a day? Make it make sense. Sideshow Raheem says, so Phil's stream of Rich's doc belongs to Rich? Well, apparently. Apparently, right? Sam Babar says, so what, Phil? If you play games for fun, why don't you play Street Fighter when you're not on stream? Sam Babar, stop bringing that in here. You're obviously toxic. Get out of here, Sam Babar. Wesley H says, so Phil can turn his hobby into something financially beneficial, but others can't? And why shouldn't they? Yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's... The whole duty thing was really weird. And I just want someone to explain it to me. It doesn't have to be a fan of Phil. Anybody. What was he thinking the felt is there? The Pounder says, oh, I'm going to need a beer after this. What a weirdo. Yeah, I'm going to need a cigarette. I don't smoke, but I might start. Looks like I've picked the wrong week to quit drinking. Copeside Phil says, that duty proved Phil lied about views and money. Yeah, that's the thing he was trying to do with that video. But Philip just ignored the entire point of the video just to stick to the money part. Are you surprised, right? The one part of the video that Philip honed in on, how much money Duty makes. The rest of the video? Nah. That's irrelevant. Movie Sign says, I hope Duty does demonetize, then challenges Dave to show his analytics or show where his money is being spent. Here's the thing. He won't do it, right? He wouldn't do that. So that would just be Duty demonetizing video for no reason. But if he said, like, you demonetize your channel, I'll demonetize mine, which is what Duty has already said, and Phil acknowledged that. But DSP Flag It says, Superhound, if you're listening, stand back and stand by. Wink, wink. This is going to felt him. Copeside Phil says, there's a difference between needing and wanting money, and that's absolutely true. What incentive does Duty have to stop making money? I don't, if you're, it's amazing, right? Like, you know what? I'm good. I made enough money. Hey, I work at Meerkat's new company, Microsoft. He's a CEO now. Hey, Meerkat, I've been working here for years. I have enough money, so don't pay me. That doesn't even make sense because dude's doing it for a hobby, just for fun, and being a part of the whole thing. But Evil AJ. The attempted murderer in the house, Evil AJ, says, Phil calling someone else the world's biggest hypocrite is just laughable. And Evil AJ, you know that better than most of us in here, right? True royalty. There's a true king for you, Evil AJ. Scumbag Josh says, am I live right now? Should I check my pulse? What is happening? I think we were like that for a minute. We all were like that for a minute. Sonic says, Pigler is a chimera. He absorbs all the insults at him and attempts to reuse them back at the hate army. Yeah, like, you know what? Philip can't remember much of what he says, but if someone else says it, he got that thing on lock. It is in the brain, and it is, like, burned in. If you talk about Philip. But what shit he says... Now, that's a little different story. Those stories change all the time. But if you say something about Philip, oh, yeah, that's getting remembered. That's getting put in the back pocket. You listening, Pro Jared? Joe Dub says, the Pupperton Cuckerton bat signal. Big ups, Joe Dub. Big ups, Pachani, for becoming a member. Maurice in the house for popping. Copeside Phil says, remember, he doesn't think about the tractors at all. That's key to remember in all of this, that Phil doesn't think about the tractors, and he doesn't know any of their names or what they do. So keep that in your mind as this saga continues. He doesn't know anything about the tractors. Tony T says, he drove the word felted into the ground. Oh, it's in the center of the earth right now, felted. I wonder if behind the scenes at some point, Triple P's like, all right, the felted thing? Yeah, it's not cool anymore. We're going to change our word. And he would believe it, whatever the fuck he said. That'd be a funny bit. Hey, Phil, the new word we're using is cooming. And you know what? You know what has that, like, sexual meaning? But no, it's cool when we say it. So give it a shot. And Phil would start saying cooming. I'm cooming them. Yeah, side scrollers. I coomed you. You got coomed. That would be the best bit ever. Joe Dub says, it's free real estate. Absolutely. DSP Flaggett says, Phil thinks the only levels are 1, 2, and 1 trillion. And yes, and by that logic, Keemstar is on level 1 trillion. You got Goon, dude. Yeah, Goon's better. Yeah, you guys are right. Or he got coomed on. That's good. Copeside Phil says, stops drama, immediately loses 400 viewers. Absolutely true. We're down to 500 now on Philip's stream. BR Joe says, these funny clips have to be an attempt to pignatize the Kino dens to keep them coming. I think that is an aspect of it, because people, I think like non-normal fans said, Phil, you just leave the stream. And they were like, and then Phil said, oh, one of not my regulars said that, so I better listen, right? Because they're not my usual 50 dens, right? I better listen to what they say. And Copeside Phil says Diddy needs to be on TBS, and yes, that is a possibility, my friends. But that will do it. We're only 17 minutes late. I don't think I should get divorced on that basis, but I might. But you're all legends, and I'll see ya tomorrow night with the one, the only, the bookkeeper-style bookkeeper, Atlas. I will redirect you to Raw Phil after the song ends. Remember, never forget. I want to leave you with this. I want to leave you with this message that I learned. You are all poster children, textbook definitions of what humanity has created as an offshoot of something meaningful. And also, Sam is on the Tractor Beam tomorrow. Thank you, Colombian. Saya!